Because pirates and cowboys are actually interlinked.
Wow, Bert, you did such a great job at reminding Ben to turn on the robot.
Hey there!
Yes, I know.
Welcome everybody to Deadlands. This session is called The Price of Doing Business. We have our marshal here who's going to take it away.
Hold on, what's the whiteboard?
Please introduce yourself.
Ah!
Are you guys hearing me all right? My voice connected
No.
is getting a little funky.
Yes.
No.
Yes, we are.
Look
Oh,
at the
fuck, I
battle
forgot
map,
my
guys.
fucking notebook. How did I forget my fucking notebook?
Oh my god.
Got it.
I'm accidentally transporting time right now.
If you press Control Z, it'll fix it, Ben.
Straight up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, huh? That feels a little off. I
Well,
think
press Control Z again.
No, I am. I'm just gonna. That's a bit more right. Okay. What's
Shit. Fuck.
thank you
I
guys.
dropped my
Thank you guys
fucking-
for the massive penises you drew on the fucking battle map. My
Uh,
favorite. Oh yeah, Steven and Mr. Six are out of here. Okay. We shall return to atop this mountain pass. The silence is in the air after Steven and one of his cohorts ran away, and you are left with the aftermath. A few dead bandits and a couple more lying in pain. And of course, where's Mr. Wilson? Wilson standing over the deceased body of Ben. What you doing after the fight that occurred?
Well,
Jones,
I remember saying Eugene would take out a set of manacles, a couple of them, and walk around collecting the weaponry of each of the unconscious folk.
Okay.
And he
So
will, of
unconscious
course,
and dead?
chain them.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What do I get?
You get the unconscious and dead. So 5 and 4. 5 is wounded. 4 is not wounded. Let me pull up my notes. Let's see. I have a lot of notes up right now. You find like of the guns, you get 2 Colt action, or sorry, 2 Colt Peacemakers double action, or sorry, single action. I misread that. And a 44 Army revolver. And of the dead, you get another 44 Army revolver, 1 scattergun, and from Ben, a 44 Army revolver. So there's like 3 Army
2
revolvers.
peacemakers, single action, 3 44 army, 1 scattergun.
Mm-hmm.
And any ammo?
Yeah. You get around like 15 rounds for each person that you've looted, each dead body and person that you robbed.
Well, I'm not robbing them. As you would see, the dead people usually would place some small coins on their eyes in exchange.
Ben, are those rocks? How low are those rocks that are in the middle of the walkway?
How low are they? They're like waist height. Because people were using for cover, they were like ducking under them.
Mhm.
Like it is possible. Sorry, you continue.
Good. Joan's just gonna mosey on over, kind of in that direction. Sit up on one of the rocks and start fiddling with the scope to fix it up, while watching Eugene just picking up all these guns. What do you need all those guns for? You got a fixation with them?
I reckon they'd be a pretty good accessory. And perhaps after tinkering with them for a while, I can get them in decent enough shape to pedal off, so to speak.
She has an eyebrow raised while looking at Eugene. Say, did your mother die?
No, last I remember, she's doing alright. Why are you asking?
Strange. I had an aunt one time. When my grandma died, she started to collect these weird lamps. They were these stained glass ornate lamps. She said they helped her process her grief. Just thought it was the same thing as all.
Well, I was always interested in the clockwork construction of these things. Never
Well,
really
yeah,
had
but-
chance to pick up the art myself, but who knows, someday.
But that's a lot of guns.
Well, I can't be leaving them with our unconscious prisoners. And why let good iron rust to dead?
Fair enough. Do I need to make that tinkering roll, Ben?
Yes, please. It's not a hard
Alright.
one.
Where is my tinkering?
1D1,000,000.
I'm gonna throw a red chip onto there.
Okay.
I just want this done and over with. I don't care.
Thank you for the chip.
Let me fucking tap my Nair token. Fucker.
Speaking of the dead,
Mm-hmm.
Wilson is going to round up the bodies of our wannabe robbers and start digging 3 graves.
It is like early spring, and it is atop a mountain, so digging might take a while.
Before Wilson gets too far, Eugene would say, hey, maybe it's best to come back here later. I reckon the wagons will be pretty useful too, but for now, maybe we should go after those bloodied footprints of Dr. Miraculo.
We know that
He might be still in a shape that
if
we
what
can
you
fix
say
him
is
from.
true, we do need to treat him for his wounds. Someone should stay back with the prisoners we've taken, just to make sure that Stephen doesn't come back and execute them.
I can load him up into the cart, and then I'll catch up with you guys.
All right. I do need to go, just in case Miraculo needs to be treated. We should probably hurry in that case. Do we have like a tarp or a cloth or something we can put over the bodies just to make sure the birds don't get into them?
There's like a little bit of a tarp in the wagon.
Yeah,
Well,
I want to take that.
Well, so here's my logic, right? Out of character. I have a horse, and it's a draft horse, so it's used to pulling shit. I could just hook it up to the wagon, and we're good.
Well, yeah, I'm just, I'm doing my job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Load up the bodies into the wagon.
Oh, and a small note, just so it isn't forgotten, I will reload my stuff. I didn't really
Same.
get the chance last session.
Same.
And I want to make sure the unconscious people aren't bleeding out, right?
One of them is Mr. Number
Okay.
5 wearing a faded Confederate uniform.
Okay, I'm going to go over, kneel by him, and start just put gauze on his wounds, stop the bleeding.
Want to do a little medicine roll for me?
Yes.
It's a light wound, I think. Or it might be a heavy one, so it might take a little bit.
Okay. If the people want to start going after Miraculo, that would be fine, but I got to do this.
Oh no, Nair is still kind of slumped against the rock and intently studying what you're doing to number 5.
What I'm doing.
Freako.
Oof. Okay, oof. So 19. Let me consult my
You.
chart here.
I think a 19 definitely helps a heavy wound.
Oh my
That would
god.
still take 20 minutes, right?
Oh, this is true. It might take 20 minutes to.
Yeah, I think.
Wilson,
All right.
why don't you operate on them while the cart's moving? Just climb into the back.
All right, sounds fair. Yeah, I want to bring the. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the bodies and the unconscious people into the wagon.
Joan
Okay.
helps out. The bodies are more or less they're stacked respectfully, but they are not comfortable.
That's
Bring
fine.
out your dead!
They're not exactly feeling right now, so it's fine.
You two,
But it.
Eugene and Nair, can you go try and find Dr. Miraculo while we load these bodies into the wagon?
On it.
All right.
Nair, clutching her stomach, is going to grab her horse and wait up for Eugene.
Was Nair shot?
Do we want to get our horse?
Oh
I
yes,
don't think.
Nair's wounded in the stomach.
Oof.
Well, I don't think the guy could have gotten too far with an injury like that.
Hmm.
And besides, we can see the footprints, right? The bloodied footprints.
It's white against red, or it's red against white. Sorry, it's quite clear.
It's cold
Alright.
and he's bleeding. There's still a timer ticking.
All right. Yeah, let's get the horses quickly and run.
All right.
All right.
I don't have a particular map needed for this section.
And then Alan's just getting hooked up to the wagon, and that's all good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going with them?
We will follow behind, taking time to get all the bodies loaded in and Alan hooked up, which is going to take, a little bit.
Yeah.
So they're probably
Okay.
going to get ahead of us.
That is quite all right. So you guys will follow the footprint. Would anyone like to make a very easy tracking? Barely screw this up.
What
Yes, sir.
trait is tracking again?
Off the
Cognition.
top of my head, cognition. Yeah.
Sorry, I have tracking.
Hmm.
I have keen.
That you can add keen to your roll. Yes.
I don't have tracking, so I'll actually roll just because, but I'll hope Nair will be able to pull us through because I don't have tracking.
She does not have tracking either.
So keen is +2, right?
Yes, and the punishment is -2, right?
-2 or -4, Dub?
Well, it would have been -4, but the +2 makes
gotcha.
it a -2. Yeah. And you
All
use this one dice from your
Oh.
So
You happy with a 6?
does it explode?
Oh yeah, it does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because of the whole subtraction matter. That would be a 12 total.
10.
Huh?
Because of the -2. 4 + 6 total.
No, 4 + 8 -2.
Yeah, that's still a 10.
What?
4 + 8 = 12.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, sorry.
And what's Wilson just tagging along, letting them try and track him?
Yes, I'm gonna be in the wagon treating number 5. I do want to. Can I do like a quicker just bandage to Nair just to make sure she stops bleeding out? Like just splint and not like clean out the wound or anything, or not splint, but like if she was shot in the stomach, I just want to literally wrap gauze around her stomach.
What kind of wound does Nair have?
I think is it a heavy or is it a light?
It was a light gut wound.
So
only got
it's
Oh, you're not even
someone-
bleeding.
Oh, she's not? Okay.
yeah,
I thought she
bleeding's
was- okay.
serious. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Nair's like
You were just shot in the
bruised.
stomach. Stop being such a baby.
All right. Well, so Wilson is staying back.
I thought the wagon was going.
She was taking a bit of time to get stuff loaded.
But yeah, I'm staying. And then yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys continue forth on the treacherous mountain path, and you pass by one of the other pathways, and you do see one of the Stevens boys has actually left a horse. They seem to have forgotten one. Like often, let me just this area. There's like just a kind of horse there. But you follow the footprints, which highlighted on white snow is incredibly easy to follow. And especially with Nier's keen eye, you are able to pump up the pace and continue forth. And true to what she said, he could not have gone farther. It was only around 40 paces, and you start hearing coming from a ditch a low groan. Oh.
Anyone there?
Yeah.
I'll run over to
You
see who it
see,
is.
slumped in a ditch is a small man, not particularly notable in any way, just brown hair, sad eyes, and wearing nothing but long johns. And you can see the bottoms of his feet are bloodied.
Does he have any notable injuries?
Well, his feet, most definitely. They look pretty gnarly. Like, not the fact that they're, upon further inspection of his feet, it's not just bleeding, but the soles of them have been flayed off.
Oh,
What happened to you, good sir?
I was just traveling and a couple of bandits stopped me and they didn't take nothing. They just held me down and started hurting me and making fun of me. And they sent me on my way wearing nothing but my skivvies and oh, it hurts.
Oh no.
Nair is
Alright.
going to jump off her horse, not say anything yet, but just play good cop, kneel by the guy, put some fucking snow on his feet, I guess.
I don't think that
Oh.
would help.
Good cop turned to bad cop, and he groans in pain. You can see his fingers and nose are turning like a bluish purple.
It's going to
He's
be
been out in
okay.
the snow for a while.
It seems like we caught up to you right in time.
Come on, load him on your horse and let's get back to the others.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet.
You now have one fellow with his feet flayed off and suffering frostbite.
As we make our way back, Nair is going to ask if the name Dr. Miraculo means anything to him.
It was on those stupid bottles.
Bottles.
Hmm?
What was in those bottles?
Oh shit.
Oh, what was in those bottles?
Well, I assumed colored water. I didn't assume the folks giving them to me were trusted physicians.
Oh no.
Oh, so they aren't your own making.
No. No. No, they're
See?
not. I thought it was
Have you
just
drank any of them yourself?
God, no. I thought it was just a you know, some water with some color in it, and you sell it to some rubes and get some money. You know, quick, easy cash.
Well, do you remember who sold it to you? Those folks you talk about?
Yeah. They came up to me. Clearly they heard of me. Little gigs, and they asked me if I wanted to buy a crate of bottles and sell them off at higher price, and well, that's that's a mighty good bargain. So yeah, they were fancy fellows, well dressed, and both of them had there's two of them. They both had pink earrings with a garnet in them. Can't remember their faces, but I remember those rings.
Fancy folk, and didn't strike you for a second as odd that they would strike business with you.
I used to do business, rubbing shoulders with the higher society. I'm an honest man with a dishonest living. I can't blame it. It's my nature.
Well, I would call you anything but honest. Those battles you peddled off were infected with cholera.
Oh God.
How many towns exactly have you been to so far?
Just the one. And the rest of the stock. Well, I didn't sell them all off. I didn't know that. I was gonna go try and find another town to sell it off to. I made a tidy sum, but I don't think I need that money anymore.
I think right
I don't
about
know.
now we would get back to the group.
Yeah, you guys are riding back with the, at this time you probably would have made it back to the group.
At this point, I imagine the wagon is probably almost completely hitched up. Question mark?
Yeah. Yep. And some of the prisoners are stirring and starting to call you things.
I'd imagine Joan at this point would probably have already gagged him.
Yeah.
If you don't shut up, I'm gonna put oil on those.
By the way, if not Dr. Miraclo, how should we call you?
My name's Edward.
Edward, okay. I'm Eugene, and this is Nair.
Howdy to you both.
Howdy.
Aye. Looks like you were lucky that we were on your trail. Otherwise, you might have been lost there, in the ditch.
I suppose so, but if what you said is true, I don't know. I think I'd much rather died. I don't want to hurt nobody. It's supposed to be all harmless, like.
They're back at the wagon, right?
They're back.
Yeah.
Did that take 20 minutes?
No, it was like 4 minutes at most.
Okay.
So, but you do see Nair and Eugene ride back with a fella who's ain't looking so hot on the back of one of their horses.
Can I call them over while they're...
Yeah, they're
Just so I don't
almost
have
right
to-
at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Wilson, I'll take care of this fella in the back. I think this person that the other two are bringing in might need more help than I can provide.
All right. So just apply pressure here. Apply this herb, then this herb, then this herb. Can I like just have her do the rest of the duration as long as I made the medicine check?
Or
Well, I also have medicine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. I was a field medic for a time.
Oh, wonderful. We need to talk shop sometime.
I'm a little rusty, but well, yeah, we can.
I'm sure you're wonderful. I'm gonna hop off and then go over to Edward. Hi there. Are you our Mr. Miraculo?
well, that's what the bottle said.
What
name's
can I
Edward.
call you? Edward. It's very nice to meet you. You can call me Wilson. Did we inform him as to the fate of his?
Yes. Doesn't
Did
seem
you
like
know?
he's very happy about it either. He didn't know about Haldra. But he was sold it with by men with ill intent.
Oh,
Apparently fancy folk with garnet rings, was it?
Yeah.
interesting. I know you must be feeling a lot right now. Any good man would feel horrible about this. I know that. If you don't mind me asking, why did you need that money?
Well, why does anyone need money? Money's what makes the world go round.
I know, but what makes your world go round?
I like a lot of things. I like baths. I like having a roof over my head and food. Betting on horses. You know, stuff folks need to survive.
Is he lying?
Want to make it scrutinize?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all scrutinized for me.
Did he just
Can I
go
also make
straight
one?
to the booze?
So
I
make a
think-
scrutinize check.
I don't know what I have in scrutinize. I think it's 1. Is that smarts? Scrutinize?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
No, scrutinize is cognition.
Oh,
Wait, is it? Hold on, let me check. I have the
It
guide.
is.
There's
I have
guide.
it right
It
in front of.
is.
Yeah,
Alright, apparently it's cognition.
there it is.
I would know. I have keen.
6.
6. From what you can tell, he is not trying to lie to you.
Okay.
He is very clearly in pain and in no hurry to try and hide his actions. So he's speaking his truth.
In the meantime, let me look at your feet. What's the situation?
Whoa!
Eugene, calm down. You
He
need to
can-
stop.
You can make out at the bottoms of his feet the skin have been completely flayed off.
Okay.
It is a pretty
So,
gruesome wound, and especially out in the snow for God knows how long. It's
How long
frostbite.
ago was this sustained?
Uh,
Over an hour?
yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to look down at the wound. This must be really painful. I do not think that I can treat this traditionally. I think it's been too long. The skin is frostbitten, especially without the outer layer to protect it. We're going to try something a little more unconventional. Give me
Yeah.
1 second, please. Let's get into the wagon. I need a clean surface. I'm going to go over to Wilson heads over to his he heads over to the wagon. He pulls out what looks to be a wooden tube and kind of shakes it out, takes the cap off, and pours out a small looks to be like a rag. And what it is Wilson has spent hours and hours embroidering a mandala on this just sheet of fabric. and it's let me get an image of a tantric mandala. It's this basically square representation of this palace as seen from above. Okay. Is it okay if I apply pressure to your feet? It won't hurt for very long.
Please.
Okay.
Just
Know
make it
that I
quick.
represent a faith that is not Christian. Is that applicable to you? I can refrain if it would harm your faith.
I don't care. I'm hurting real bad, Doc.
A man after my own heart. Okay. Om Hare Padre Su. And I'm going to do lay on hands.
All right. Roll for lay on hands.
I'm going to picture in my mind the figure of Buddha. Fuck! Oh no.
What did you get?
Shit. I'm gonna let's see. What chips do I have?
You got a lot of chips, my friend. Also, let me pull out my book.
Red chip.
Thank you. Oh, second red chip of the day. I'm eating good.
Ugh.
Oh my
Well, now that I know that you don't roll for chips, I don't feel bad about using them.
Wait, you don't?
Ugh.
He doesn't.
What do I need to do lay on
Like,
hands
all the chips he
for?
gets are from us.
Use
L
another red.
lay on hands. I don't mean that in a L lay on hands. I mean like I'm searching through a book and it's
L.
go to
L lay on hands.
For he is
Worst miracle. L.
critical. Yeah, he's critical, so
Oh,
you have to get
shit.
an 11.
Okay. I'm gonna white that.
Okay. So let me
Fuck.
roll my stuff to see if I get the type of chips I get. That's white. You guys didn't hear me say that.
Ben has a legend chip.
No.
No!
The legend chip went into the fate pot.
No, I don't run that.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that's
Okay.
what- Ooh.
Okay. I make it with 16.
All right. You lay on hands and you mutter your mantra, and it isn't like some grand spectacular event to others, but you do slowly see the soles of his feet, like the skin, slowly kind of patching back.
Yeah, I will say in character, what happened is probably my meditation and making him look at the mandala and humming put him into a very intense state of concentration, and just the autonomic processes of his body that heal are just kicked into overdrive.
I'm on overdrive.
I forgot. Do you still feel the?
I don't know.
But
Let me look at lay on hands.
actually feels the pain. Okay, so you do at the bottom of your feet feel just an utter burning sensation. You don't actually get wounded, but you definitely feel it as you are treating this man's feet.
Wait, what? I take on the wound?
You don't take it on, you don't take the wound unless you fail the roll, but you definitely feel it even if you succeed.
Okay. Well, yeah, I smile. I'm glad to be sharing this man's pain. I mean, not glad to feel pain, but glad to ease it in someone else.
You know, Wilson, never in my life have I heard someone do something like that while healing someone.
Oh
Where
my
are you from again?
God.
Where am I from? I'm from Oklahoma.
Okay. Yeah, that I think
That
that explains a
tracks.
lot.
Okay. Well, glad to set you straight.
And she goes back to fucking field medicine this random unconscious fucking or this random I guess he's conscious now. So Joan's like pinning him down, like sitting on his chest, just like
basically you're working on number 5, so you have the joys of patching up a guy in a Confederate uniform.
I'm sure she's probably spit on the uniform at least once. You know, fucker, if I were there at the Battle of Washington, I can guarantee you I would have taken your General Lee's head right off.
Joan, what are you lambasting this man about?
Look at
he's
him.
I'm gonna take his gag off, and I'm gonna look him square in the eye. Which regiment did you serve in?
Arkansas.
No!
Are you proud for fighting in the Confederate Army?
Sure am. And you know what? If we did, you wouldn't be here. You would be back with my pappies, and I would own you.
You would own me.
You bet it.
Mm.
And he spits at you.
Wilson kind of nods, smiles. Well, maybe that would have been the case, but Wilson allows himself a small smile. You didn't win. And he just turns around and goes back to treating the Edward.
And listen, you bitch.
Joan fixes the gag on him. And she gets real close to him. I want you to know something, fella. I don't care what your name is. Don't care who you are, who you run with, or what you've done in your life. Don't care that you think in some different timeline you'd own that fella over there. Because right now, we own you, fella. Alright? And I promise you, every waking day that you sit here and you harass this man, or you harass me, or you proudly display that Confederate uniform, I will make sure you regret it. Because I won't let you die, fella. You're not someone I'm going to let off the hook. Sound good? And she's trying to overawe him just a little bit.
Oh yeah. You know what? That was a really good talk. You know what? You get a white for that.
All right, that's going in onto this roll because I don't got anything in overall. All right, and then I'm going to use a white.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a -1 right now.
You want to add any more chips to that or nah?
Yeah, I'm using another white. Wow.
Oh, you can't white on a white?
You can't fucking...
That's the dub rule.
I mean, we've got reds.
I mean, I'm not gonna
liberal
take chip for that, but yeah.
Well, then I'll just chuck my my last red onto this.
Man. Not being able to white on a white is liberal propaganda.
I got a 1.
Let me see what this guy gets. I mean, let's see. What color is he? Yeah, gray. Fuck. But fuck my color coordination.
Yeah, makes sense. He's gray.
What number is he? 5?
5.
Let us see here. Oh, I mean, any mumbling that might be under that gag stops. He definitely wisens up after you gave him a talking to, an actual earful. I forgot what I think it's unnerved. He's a little unnerved right now.
And then after that, Joan looks over to Wilson and winks.
Actually, Wilson frowns. I'm gonna. Yeah, Wilson's gonna go over to Joan. Miss Palmer, could I talk to you for a moment?
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate the sentiment. I really do. Obviously, this man is one I have some personal disagreements with, as anybody would, anybody sane and feeling. And obviously, on the field of battle and in the courthouse, I would disagree with him with everything my lungs could offer. He represents everything cancerous about this country. However, I think that you may be taking on some burden by hating him so intensely. I'd like to relay a story. There's the Buddha in his travels once relayed the simile of the saw to some of his monastics. He started with recounting a story of actually a woman that owned a slave. This was not American slavery, but old Indian slavery. And Mrs. Vehedika was the slave owner, and she was renowned for being a very kind and generous slave owner. And one of the slaves was thinking, "Is my mistress so generous, or is she generous because I'm kind to her, because I wake up early?" And so she decided to test this theory. She woke up after her mistress, and her mistress say, um, "You ungrateful slave, why are you waking up so late?" And she says, because I felt like it." And her mistress was angry, and she decided to stretch it a little further. She woke up even later, and her mistress hit her. And she woke up even later, and her mistress was furious. And the slave went around saying, "Look, my mistress Vedika is foul-tempered. She is violent. As soon as I stopped obeying her, she was not that kind person." In the same way, monastics cannot think foully to anyone, regardless of what they have personally done. The Buddha says that if bandits round you up and carve you alive with a saw, you must regard him with the same all-encompassing compassion that you would treat anybody else with. We are not separate from this man, this Confederate. We are more fortunate to be in a place where we can feel that compassion for our fellow man, undisturbed by the hate and the bigotry that he is disturbed with. So I would only say that this hostility and ill will only poisons you. It does not poison him.
Would it be a little too late to say, given everything you just said, that I didn't mean a whole lot of that?
Okay, yeah.
I mean, like I don't really like the Confederates, and he's a example of what everything I see wrong in this world. But I'm not gonna flay anyone alive or enslave anyone. That's
Okay, all right, gotcha. Perfect.
I
I'm
just
not. I'm not quite good at lying. I'm not good at telling when folks are pulling one over on me. I tend to take everything at face value, so that's a that's a limitation I have.
no
Sometimes
problem.
I feel like I'm a little bit too eager to relay some stories. I do like talking about stories, but I'm sorry if it was not helpful.
No, is this Buddha of yours? Is he and she leans in real close.
Hmm.
A genie?
A genie? What is a genie?
Like a jinn, like a fire spirit that dances about in the Arabian desert, casting ill will on the humans who inhabit it.
I don't know that he ever went to the Arabian desert. I think that is very far from India or Tibet, which is around where he was living at the time. I don't think that he ever went that far south.
Do you have any books on this Buddha?
Yes.
For-
I Obviously, it is not in my possession. It is a part of my my medical faculty, and you are welcome to them, to take them, to read them. I do not own them. They are, as far as I consider, common ground. And Wilson goes over to a few kind of, they're not very like well made, but they're practical. They're basically stamped cotton with that has been treated with resin. They're kind of like rolled up scrolls held together by some like discarded wooden knobs and some axles. But they have in it's it's in Tibetan, but it's rolled out like just scrolls on scrolls of he basically has the poly canon. Um, I could spend some time transcribing this into English if you'd like. I have some verses from the Buddha transcribed into English already. And Lodro goes over and just hands Jones some pieces of paper, and basically it's just some things from the Dhammapada, which is the words of the Buddha. Obviously, I'm not like some people of the Christian faith that evangelize or try and win you over, but obviously, I believe that the Buddha of this age brought enlightenment to the masses, and if you would like to walk this journey with me, I would be more than happy to enlighten.
Just 1
you.
second.
Well,
Sorry, the maintenance people are here.
oh, okay. Joan makes like the Windows booting up sound.
Edward will speak up. Wow, I didn't know folks from Indiana worshipped a different god.
Let's take a wait
No.
to hear about Ireland.
That is like the consistent meme. It's so funny.
But I assume y'all's are marshals.
I'm not a marshal. I'm a monk.
That actually reminds me, what are marshals, or rangers for that matter?
They're lawmen. They keep the law of or at least they purport to keep the law of this land. I think they're mostly for the Union. I think there may be CSA marshals too.
As far as I know, marshals are the ones in the Union, but rangers are the folks from the south.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Well, why do you ask?
I was just wondering, still getting a lay of the land and trying to understand your culture. It's quite a culture shock.
I understand.
But
Well,
to answer your question, Edward, we're not lawmen. None of us are. We are just travelers who happen to stumble upon unfortunate people, and we decide to help them out.
Well, that's certainly a way of life. It may not hold up in a court of law, but that is certainly a noble task of you all. And I assume you didn't just shoot these fellas for fun.
No, they
They
robbed
tried
us.
shooting us first, but it was self-defense.
That will probably hold up. Yeah, if you need a good lawyer, I know a few. The key is to not get a criminal lawyer, but to get a criminal lawyer.
What?
Keeps
Well,
not
what do you
getting
mean?
caught.
You know,
You said the same thing twice.
no. He means a lawyer who's also a criminal
Why would he be a lawyer and a criminal? Lawyers
to
punish
save
criminals.
other criminals.
Oh,
You
see.
see, I've heard there's a practice where lawyers specifically get certain clients that have connections to the underworld. And getting those people out usually means big money. That's why they do it.
I see. Well, I will say, Mr. Edward, as someone who cares about your sense of self and your sense of your burden of suffering, I think that you should throw away the money that you gained for selling those bottles. You've caused the deaths of 47 people, and any money gained from doing something like that will only bring you suffering and pain.
Well, if someone told me that, I would probably throw it away. But unfortunately, as you can tell, I've been robbed.
Oh, yes. In that case, um, well, I'm sure.
Actually, that does raise a question. What is there any money in the wagon left, or did Steven take it all away?
That's a
with
good
him?
point.
You looking for money?
Yeah, in the wagon, just to see if it's there.
Yeah, is his stuff here that we can return to him?
At the very least, amongst the broken glass. By the way, you put all these fellas on broken glass.
Oh,
What?
obviously not. I would have cleaned off the broken
Wagon was
glass.
filled with Dr. Miraculo's like shattered bottles of his.
I would have
Oh my
cleaned it
God.
off. I would have not have laid them on broken glass.
Okay.
On cholera-infested broken glass, mind
Oh
you.
no!
But you know, you could have like laid a tarp or something down or something. I don't know. But
can just
you do
swipe it
manage
with,
to,
like,
at the
something.
very least, find a pair of trousers.
Oh, I
That's
guess we
the
can
only
give
thing
them to
remaining.
Edward.
But anything else is not found. Oh,
Another question. You said Steven and his goon, they rode off on horses, right?
mm-hmm.
What about everyone else? Did the other goons have a horse?
They
Um,
only left one behind.
they only
That's
left one
impressive
horse
of them.
behind.
All right.
Um,
Oh, well, I'll go and check. Does it have like saddlebags or anything?
no, it is just a saddle. It is nothing else on it. It's a Appaloosa, if you want to know the type of horse.
How do you type it?
I don't know how to type it, but it's Appaloosa. I think
I
that
just like the image of Eugene spontaneously getting up
it
mid-conversation
was
when he
Johnny's
realizes there's no
horse
money.
in Steel Ball Run. I think.
Appaloosa, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Appaloosa. So it's kind of spotted at the back.
Hmm.
Well, I'm assuming y'all well, you're good folks. I'm just, scared.
I'm sorry you're scared. I'm scared for you. Look, where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Oh, hello.
Hey, while we're talking, I say we get following the way that Steven Satan fellow went.
Yes, I do agree.
All right.
I think that
Can Joan
he
make a
needs
track in
to-
the follow the horse prints?
Do you
Sure,
want
and
to
you
just
also
go on
do
your
know-
own?
What?
Do you like?
No, we
Do
get the
we
wagon.
carry the whole wagon with us, like with the people? It will be obviously slower than 2 horses.
I've got my horse hooked up to it, and
So
Joan wants the wagon.
Steven's crew went south deeper into the range.
Ooh.
And the main path follows westward. So you guys, or that little red dot or little red splotch I put, that's the horse, and that's the direction that they went. They went like that way.
Is it
And that's
possible?
south, right? Or like
What did I hold on? What did I just say?
you said this path is south,
Mm-hmm.
but we'd be
Yes.
coming from the west, which
You're
we were
coming from the
going
east.
west.
Yeah, you're going west. So up is west, down is east. Because you guys came from the east.
Wait, if up is
Then
west,
then
then down is east.
Yeah, and then
Then that would have to
this
be
would be
north
north.
then.
This would be north. Okay, thank
And
you.
on the left would be south. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, this is north. So
Okay, that's sorry. No, it's alright.
no, you're good.
Yeah, I guess Eugene would get on his own horse then, and yeah.
It can't be far.
And once again, if Wilson wants to, Eugene will offer him his horse, or he can actually get on the one the gang left behind, the
Yeah, of
Appaloosa.
course now.
What do you
Make me
say?
a cognition.
You said, huh?
Me?
Cognition, please.
Who?
For
Everyone
everyone?
or just
Everyone.
okay? Let's see.
Cognition. That would be a. Okay.
Oh, I got a 5.
Do I get a keen bonus to my cognition?
Keen is
Mm.
like fine details and like
Okay.
stuff. Like usually, it a lot applies to a lot. I don't really think it'll apply here.
Understood.
If you want to argue otherwise,
No,
I-
I'm fine.
okay.
I would almost argue otherwise because all the subcategories of cognition are like very like detail oriented, but I really don't care either way.
Yeah. So this is not for tracking. This is for something else.
Oh, okay. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna use a red. Try and add it. A red chip.
Thank you.
What are you guys doing? No!
Well, I think this might be something very special, but I don't want to metagame just yet. Oh, okay. If this is what I think it is, then hell yeah. I
Let me
have a
write
7.
this down. That's so awesome of you guys. Thank you for the chips. Let me know what everyone's got. So we got a that's a 7. 3.
Got a 5.
You got a 5. Bonjour, Wilson. Would you like to make a roll?
Leo Wilson,
What's up?
would you please roll cognition?
Oh, I see. Oh, cognition.
Le cognition.
Please roll the cognition.
You got 4.
Yeah.
Your dice roll is disappointing.
Ah, screw you.
Who rolled highest?
Me, I got a 7.
Well, amongst the commotion and talking, no one seemed to notice the stirring coming from the back, which makes sense. There's two tied up folk, but so whoa, someone's shifting
I'm
time.
sorry. Oh,
But no one seems to notice someone rise from the pile of prisoners of war and bodies.
They're manacled, right?
Yeah.
All the bodies are manacled?
No.
No, only the live ones.
No. Ben,
But
I
I
checked
collected
the
their
heartbeat.
guns.
let him
Well,
finish. Let him finish.
You folk really suck at killing. Oh, sorry, wrong person. Get him back down there. Someone pushes away the bodies as he's buried underneath. There we go.
Ben?
Ben arises from the corpse pile and puts his hat on. Do you
Ben.
mind if we do a little parlay, folks? So
I
you
would
guys heard him speak. You did not notice him arising.
Yeah.
Or like you see him up, but yeah.
I'm sure I'm right there, right?
Yeah.
I would be happy to parlay. A part of me knew that you were still alive because I didn't kill you, and I didn't feel a brokenness inside.
There's a brokenness in all of us, partner.
There doesn't have to be. There's a brokenness because you perpetuate your own brokenness. There's a path out of it, and I can teach you. You can follow that path and cure your brokenness. We all can.
Nah,
Well,
I like the path I'm down.
if
I
that's the
like-
case, then I will have to subdue you. And I ready my staff.
Eugen.
Would like to know more about this parlay you were talking about.
Well, I was reckoning that you let me right off. We call it even, and we don't kill you when you least expect it.
Eugen draws his gun. I have another offer for you. We'll get you into the manacles, and in the nearest town you face trial for your actions. And you stay alive. How does that sound?
Counteroffer. You folk killed a lot of them. And some I thought had some decent metal. Especially Jeremy there, and he kicks the Confederate in the side. I'm reckon I still want a good fight. I'm calling one of yous out. I want a duel. Old-timey like.
I can't deny a man pleasure in death.
How
Eugen,
about my third offer?
No, he wants a duel.
Yeah.
It's I know you're not local, but you must know that these things you have to abide by.
But why duel with you? Why not with his boss? We already know that we can put him down.
That's Eugene. That would be.
No,
that's
this is
that's
the way
not-
things are done here.
That's
It's
not honorable. That wouldn't solve anybody, or that wouldn't solve anything. He wouldn't.
I would
if
give
he-
him
if
an
he
honorable
killed you-
death.
If he killed you and didn't, and he won, that wouldn't solve anything. There would be one more dead, virtuous person and one more outlaw on the loose. This is not honorable just because it is structured. We should not let him have a chance at freedom. That is not rational.
Wilson. Wilson, weren't you the one that said to treat all with the same respect you treat the others? This is
Of
the
course.
West. And in the West, we all treat everyone the same. Whether they are a dirty outlaw with no hope for life, or the president himself. And in this case, he wants duel. That is his final free choice. Eugen would step off his horse.
Hey, fella.
Well, hey,
How about we up the ante? If Eugene here can beat you, you tell us how they managed to think you were dead, huh?
you know what? I like the sound of that. And if I win, I get a ride scot-free. But either way, I promise you, too many folk here died. We're not gonna get revenge for quite some time. Honest. As a man that was part of the Union.
Remove his manacles, if
Ben.
you would.
Or, sir, what do you
Doesn't
mean
have any.
revenge? Your own leader killed these men. You would get revenge by killing your leader.
That's what I've been saying.
Nah. Well, these folk. Less revenge for these lives, more revenge for, making him look like a fool. Listen, he's an amazing man. Does some truly awful things. Really
He
respectable.
doesn't sound like an amazing man.
Well, clearly you don't know how to have fun.
I just think different things are fun.
He steps off. All right.
Did he have a cult peacemaker or an army? Although it doesn't really matter. I'm just asking which gun was his.
Oh, like an army, you reckon you can take one of them holsters off of one of them? And he points to a person in particular who has a nice set of holsters.
I feel free to take them. And Eugene would go to Prorok and from the saddlebags draw an army, make sure it's loaded, and hand it off to Ben before
He
proceeding to
undoes
this.
one of the belts of the dead and puts it on his own, and then puts his gun in. So, what shall be our deciding factor here?
Nair, since you wanted to get familiar with the local customs, maybe you will be our timer,
Your
so
what?
to speak. Pick
DNA?
any signal, whatever you want, like a gunshot in the air, or drop a napkin and let it gently glide to the floor. Anything.
Nair is going to let out a frustrated sigh and hop onto the cart, kick one of the dead bodies to make sure it isn't dead, and kind of hopelessly look at the two of you until she realizes that you are committed to this.
Yep.
Sure. I can give a whistle if that makes you men happy.
Sure
Yes.
does. Makes me happier than the day that I. Well, every day's a good day.
Well, it
All right.
doesn't happen often that I get to see a scumbag like you die twice, so. I guess you make two people happy today.
All right. 10 paces, you reckon?
This is sort of. Eugene moved here thinking it would be a clear, sort of, line of sight, not in the middle of the rocks,
Yeah,
Like
well,
if it was,
you guys are a little offset from the rock.
What about in the middle over there? Like,
yeah, like I was thinking, like we
Yeah.
would be over here, That's
Okay.
clear enough.
All right. And he's near his horse. Or a horse that was left behind.
I'm sorry, nearest horse?
No, this horse that was left behind. Unless. Yeah.
So, and the question at 10, is the TN for shooting 6 or 5?
It's 6.
Okay, gotcha.
Um,
And now, if you would please move away. We don't want to get you accidentally.
all right. So as Marshal, technically, okay. Near, you are my special helper.
Sup.
So you know how I declare cards as I go down?
Yeah.
So it's similar to that, but I pick a random card, a semi-random card. It can't be a face card, but I pick a card in private, and then if we were in person, I'd set the card in the middle of everyone. I'd know what it is. But you are how are you? Are you shooting a gun? Are you dropping a napkin? Are you
I think.
Naira's just
yeah.
going to whistle with her fingers.
okay? Hold on, let me find you. I'm going to send you the card, and you can declare when, so you know when to whistle. All right.
All right, so. Gotcha. Okay.
So I will
So,
send it to you.
Send to me, and then you declare cards, and then I whistle when it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And just to get this out of the way, so actually, let me send you this first. If I can
Do
find
you
your
actually pick
account,
up on
there we go.
whistling?
You can say when your whistles. All right. So, anyways, I'm going to use my evil cards for this. So Bird, how this is going to go? You're going to roll quickness,
Right?
like
Rolling
normal.
quickness.
And you're going to draw.
Oh, that's an 8. Well,
Let me pull up my. Yep. So draw 2 cards. So we're gonna count down like combat from normal, but there is a card in which both of you guys draw. You don't need an action to draw and shoot. Once we draw this card, it's technically both of our cards. Like you don't know when until Nier gives the whistle. So you don't need the card to shoot. So you can use it. You can either hold onto a card, and get a bonus to your quick draw, or you can attempt a test of wills like overall or something.
Okay, so I can technically spend both of my cards as long as they come before the whistle.
Yes, as long as they're before the whistle. You are. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes. So
And if I don't have the card, then I can just roll normally for quick draw and shooting.
Yeah, so any cards that happen after the shoot card don't like give you any bonuses or anything. They're just kind of thrown to the
And
side.
what's the bonus for keeping a card?
+2 to quick draw for each card
Okay,
that you
and
keep.
if I quick draw with that card, then I waste that card.
So yeah, if you declare I'm holding this card, then that card is used and you'll get a +2 when the quick draw comes up.
But I can choose not to give +2 to quick draw if I want to keep
Yeah,
it
you
for
could
later.
do a test of wills instead. So if you want to try an overall or something.
Okay.
All right. Let me actually do his stuff. My bad. But that's the basis. Thankfully, we got that squared away. And you can use chips, to reroll rolls. But once you get hit, you cannot use chips. Lady Fate does not allow, does not interfere in the results of a duel.
That's the fun part.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ah. So, you guys are standing 10 paces apart. Little flurries of snow fall down on each of you. He has his hat back on, hiding his horrific scar. And you guys are standing there, equidistant, hands hovering over your fire and irons. And
Eugen takes actually a stance where his hand is kind of like by his ribs, as that's where his holster for the Limat is.
Mm-hmm. And the duel will begin. And you guys lock eyes and are eagerly awaiting that fractious whistle. All right. Did you draw your cards?
Yes.
Okay. Any aces?
Yes, actually.
What would you like to use that ace for?
I think I'm gonna try and overroll him. So
Okay.
Eugene stares him, imagining that scalp beneath his head, but he focuses on his eyes and says, "You've lived a long life of crime, Ben, I'll give you that. But this will be your last chance to back out of this. If you want to live a little bit longer, perhaps in a jail cell, fed nothing but slop, but you'll be alive, and you'll have a chance to repent for your sins."
You over on?
Right. Now time to roll. Overall.
Yes.
And I can get a bonus from both my stare and my voice.
Sure.
Ooh, that's a 12.
All right. I'm gonna
8.
wait that.
That's a 24.
Let's see here. Hold on. Sorry, I don't have a really clacky desk, so you can't hear this right now.
Oh, I heard it.
No, that's my pen.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
19. And what did you say?
Mine was 24.
So Test of Will is a little different in a duel. So he takes a hefty penalty to his quick draw. But he continues to stare you down, but you definitely see him, just a little tell, just a little flicker of his lip. Not full on whimpering, but definitely some thoughts are racing through his head. You have him, shit, where's my book? Unnerved? Is that the first one?
Yeah, the
Yes.
first one is unnerved. Then there's distracted and broken.
So he takes a -4 to his quick draw. All right. Any kings? Any queens? Any jacks? Any tens? Any nines? Yes, there is a 9. Well, just know, once you're dead, I'm gonna take that fancy gun of yours. And my god, is she gonna see some real fun with me. And he's gonna ridicule you.
Oh,
So you have to contest with your ridicule.
I don't have any.
Alright, it's smarts.
All right. And I get a -4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna use a blue on that.
Alright.
I will use a white on that.
Thank you. I mean, I don't get stuff, but thank you for using
Oh,
chips.
that's better. That's a 7. So -4 is 3 for 4.
Eugene. So
Yeah.
you used a white and a blue?
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll stay with the 4.
Okay. Your heart definitely wavers that this absolute scoundrel is talking about using your pride and joy, your deliverer of justice, to do criminal deeds. You are unnerved and take a -4 to your quick draw.
All right, so we have equal odds.
Mm-hmm. What was that, 9? Any 8s?
Nair puts her fingers in her mouth, but no sound yet.
Oh, you're edging. We just need a tumbleweed.
Wilson
Ben-
tenses up, wipes the sweat from his brow.
Ben, kind of clenches his hands into a fist before unclenching them, getting ready. Any 7s? Ben flicks up his hat a little to get a better view of you. You stare into his eyes. They're glossy.
Snow fleeks Eugene's golden locks.
Any 6s?
Nair
Any
inhales and looks far off into the distance.
Any 5s?
Yes, but I will keep it for the quick draw.
Mm-hmm. And any 4s?
Draw.
And you guys will draw. All right, roll quick draw as you guys both lunge for your guns.
Fuck.
All right. So I have a flat quick draw because of the -4 and my bonuses.
Yep, because you how many cards
Oh.
do you save? 1, and then you have your quick
Yeah.
draw holster.
Yeah, so +4, -4. And I need a 5, right? To quick draw normally.
Yeah.
Or is it like a contested roll?
It's quick. It's well, it is a contested roll. You're so right.
Okay. Alright, I'll use the red here to add a 1d8.
Yes.
Ooh,
It's
that's
so
a
fucking
12.
stupid. My hands are actually shaking.
Did you say
I
you had a
can't
red?
draw.
Yes, I used the red.
Okay. Thank you. Well, Yeah, actually, thank you.
Right.
Um,
For the record, I have 4 white, 1 red, 1 blue.
4Y, 1 red, you said?
Yeah, I used another one on the when I was testing ridicule.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let me know what your final result is.
12.
12. Eugene was pretty quick on the draw, but an experienced gunslinger and outlaw and scoundrel such as Ben seem to be around the block a bit more, as he draws a millisecond before and fires. Let me find. All right. Are you? I got one question for you, Bird. Do you feel lucky?
Actually, yes. Although only dice bots fall to my charms and luck. So I'm not sure how your bone dice will figure this one out.
Oh, I didn't even pull out the bone dice for this one.
No, it's just that powerful.
He draws and shoots, and in his side, Wilson feels a sharp pain.
Wilson?
Not Wilson, sorry. Imagine.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
shot Wilson!
Nair feels sharp pain.
Because she was
No!
shot earlier.
Eugene's side, in his lower guts, a splotch of red begins to form on his clothing, eventually seeping outward. He takes a serious wound to his lower guts.
Oh, that's a -3, right?
Yeah. And
Well,
you take hold on. 12 wind.
oh, well, still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm gonna shoot him as well.
Yep. Roll shooting.
You actually see for a second as he's holding the gun and kind of like feels the gunshot in his abdomen. He his eyes wide open as his thumb fiddles with the hammer. He's gonna fire with the second mode actually.
All right.
So I will roll shooting, but with the -3 and my modifiers, they cancel each other out, so it's a flat shooting roll.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh.
10. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm aiming for the head, same as before. Sorry if I didn't mention
Oh.
it.
So
Is that
it's
okay?
hold on. So you got a 10. Yeah, well that explodes. So what is that? A -6, right?
Yeah, that's
And
10 minus 6 plus 2. That is 6.
well also
Exactly.
-3 because of
Yeah,
your
but I
wound.
get +3 from my shooting already, so from other
Hold on.
bonuses on my gun.
So yeah, because shotgun and yeah. Okay.
So that's exactly 6.
You got
And
exactly
exactly enough.
6.
Hmm.
Yeah, that does hit.
And it's exactly
You hit
for
him
the
in the
head.
noggin. Mm-hmm.
So I add 2 more dice
Indeed.
for a total of 7d6. Oh, that's actually relatively low.
Well, that's a that's a serious wound.
To the head as well, which I imagine is a bit more critical.
Oh yeah. But the dust and the snow clears, and both participants are still standing. Eugene obviously gripping the wound at his side, and then much like Steven's face from before, it seemed that Ben was very lucky with the shotgun blast. He looks definitely worse for wear. Definitely his face matching his scalp now. Don't suppose we fire again?
Till only one is standing. In character cough.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you guys both gonna try and shoot each other?
We don't have cards, do we? Or do we quick draw again?
So technically, after the duel, the main draw and shoot, combat can resume as normal.
Okay, well, let's do it then.
Do you have any? Yeah. So quickness.
Yeah.
Just two hard asses trying to kill each other.
Oh, actually, do we? I forgot your
Nair
ruling.
hides behind this rock face the second the shot's fired.
Actually, I do have a question. I don't remember your ruling on this, Ben. Do you add his injuries, your wound, to the quickness rolls?
No, I think that's it. Can get at a certain point, it's really ridiculous.
Okay.
So
Right, that's an
I'm
8
gonna be kind and say
explosion.
no. Very nice. What's
And
what's
the
my
6.
guy's quickness? There we go.
So 14, that's 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wrong channel.
All right. Draw. How many did you say you got?
No, the Black Joker! Oh
It
my
seems.
god.
Oh, that means I draw a chip. Almost forgot about that part.
You guys gave him so many chips.
LOL.
Yippee! Yippee! All right. Well, Black Joker. Well, make sure you shuffle because you drew a Black Joker.
You know, if you use those chips, you're a bad DM.
Wait,
That's
so
just cool.
do I shuffle and draw another card? Because I drew the second card after it.
Mm-mm.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You lose your whole action, all your cards.
Yeah. So you don't. Does he still get an action though?
No, wait, so with the first card I drew was a Black Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Do I lose all the previous cards I had, which is none? Do I draw the second card? Or do I just not do anything for the entire round?
Yeah. That's. Nico.
You lose all your cards.
All right.
But all the cards that I
Your
would
cards.
also draw potentially.
Yeah, you
I
lose
believe
everything.
Still have it to Nair. Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like Steven gets the last laugh. I'm
Okay.
not gonna do the whole countdown thing. On a 7, he is going to smile wickedly as he shoots the man who's obviously trying to keep a grip on consciousness. You poor, poor idiot.
Is he trying to finish him off?
Yeah, they're going until they're satisfied. The first shot misses wildly, glancing off the rock that is right behind.
Yeah, Eugene is already probably standing, leaning on that rock, and it just barely misses.
And he's gonna take one more shot at you. An 8. All right. One more. This time to the upper guts. You take a heavy wound. This is normal combat, so you could potentially chip.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
But you do take a heavy wound to your upper guts.
I'm gonna use the red to chip that.
Okay. You can use a red. So
Do I get the wind from it still, or no?
yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. How much?
You take 9 wind.
No. I'll use 2 whites to chip that. I'm not done yet.
All right.
Can I? Oh, man, I wish there was like a pep talk clause where we could have a break.
The bullet
I mean,
caught
there's leadership.
ends later.
Yeah.
All right. So next round.
I think he has one more card.
Oh my god.
But you said how many chips did you use on that?
2 white, 1 red.
Okay. And I don't want to have this.
Actually, you know what? I'll use only 1 white. So then I take. Oh no, never mind. I use 2 white. I have to use 2 white, or else I go down.
Yep. So, bloop. And you said you used
You-
a red
you-
too.
Yeah,
Remember,
but you
Bird,
don't
also
get a
that,
chip from that.
remember, Bird, also that using the second white gives you an extra wind back.
Oh, I didn't know that actually. Thank you.
So the way chips work is you have to use them when you take the wound, but you can use them at any time to restore wind.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so my son's been dealing with some stress this
Man.
whole time.
You and I aren't so different. We're both too stubborn to die. I can fix that here soon. And he fires off one last shot at you. For now. And at 8,
He
that
fires
hits.
5 bullets, right?
Mm-hmm. Um,
As
I
for
forgot location.
our actions during combat, do we draw any cards?
Not unless you want to interfere with the duel. And this is the end of this round, so
Can I draw cards just in case? I'm not sure if I want to do anything.
next round. So this round's about to end.
Gotcha.
You take a Sirius to your upper gut. What was your last one?
Well, my last what?
Wound. It was
The one I chipped was I think heavy, and the one I have before that is serious lower guts.
Serious lower guts. Okay. So this is upper guts. Okay, I see.
Okay. Well, you know what we'll do to those?
Serious to the upper guts.
I will use a blue to chip that.
Okay. But you still take some wind. Oh. You take 9 wind.
Okay, I will use 1 white.
How much wind do you have?
I have 5 wind, and I'm on 1 now. If I use 1 white.
All right. I forgot. Did you take a serious wound?
Yeah, from the first shot in lower guts.
Lower guts. Well, can someone quickly check bleeding? When does bleeding start?
Like what wound level?
Well, I know it starts at serious, but like when do you start to bleed? Like at the end of the round?
I'll pull it up real quick.
Bleeding and squealing, page 136.
Oh yeah, I see 1 wind per round with serious, 2 wind with critical, 3 wind with Okay, so I'll have to use another. In that case, yeah, I'll have to use another white to
I
preserve
mean, you're not
myself.
gonna die, but you are gonna go down.
Well, I don't want that. Oh, I on the wound I take, I use another white, so I am at
You
6
are out
wind
of
now,
chips. Mm-hmm.
and I'm out of chips completely.
Yep. All right. Draw a quickness, and if you guys could interfere at this point if you want.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I rolled an 8.
So,
3.
A second to
Would it-
roll.
would it be against my conscience to interfere?
Um.
I didn't really agree to not interfere.
Duel.
What is
so-
it about respecting the wishes of other people?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah,
Joe's not
don't.
going to interfere.
All right, so I rolled an 11. I get 2 cards,
Mm-hmm.
and Oh, very nice cards.
Oh, also, I'm gonna spirit bomb Eugene. I'm gonna pass him a white just in case.
What?
I don't. Are we doing spirit bombs?
What's a spirit bomb?
Well, Ben, are we doing the exchanging chips to players still? Or are you
Yeah,
dropping
I
that
mean,
rule?
but you still gotta, it's a 2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
you have a white chip now, Eugene.
Thank you.
Hold on. What did you use to
I
give him
gave
the
him a
white?
white. I just
And-
sacrificed 2 whites.
Oh, you sacrificed 2 whites. Okay. Thank
I
you.
will remember this till the end of days.
All right. Any aces?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Do you want to use that ace?
Hold on. We have different kinds of aces, you see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Ace
have-
of
Ace of
spades goes
go
first.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm gonna shoot the mother clucker in the head.
All right. Roll to hit.
Right.
You're at a
So this time I get
-6
a
and a -3, so it's a -9.
What do you mean -9?
-6 to hit head, and -3 because you're serious,
Oh, yeah, true.
and you no longer have the shotgun bonus.
But I do have pistol bonus, so that's a -7 total.
Yep.
Oh,
Sticking with 2.
no. I'm using a white. No. Okay. 2 it is.
All right. You completely miss, and it hits one of the cliff faces behind Ben. And he just kind of smirks at you. Nice shoot there, Tex. All right. Any other ace?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nair's kind of going to cuss at herself for this ability she's about to get herself into and fire twice at Ben. Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
Can I?
I know.
Am I in range to stop her?
Did you
that
draw
would
a
be
card?
interesting.
I didn't draw. Wait, can I still draw a card?
Oh, the round midway through the round. Oh,
Personally, I wouldn't mind, but it's up to you.
did you say you wouldn't mind?
I wouldn't mind. More roleplay
Sure. You
opportunities.
can draw a card. You can draw Uno card though.
You
You
know
don't have to
what?
make a roll.
No, I think non-intervention. Like, because I kind of want this to happen anyway. Oh God, would my conscience go off though?
You're letting
I mean,
people
it's-
die there, but
it's
you also
someone
need to
else's
accept their
action.
wishes. Which, yeah.
I don't know, dude. Are you role playing your character right?
My the voices in my head start arguing.
I don't know there, Wilson.
Wilson is too busy arguing with
Okay,
himself.
I'm
in the head.
gonna draw a card. Yeah.
Okay. Well, roll the shoot. Near you're black, right? Like,
No, that's
Whoa.
Wait, your
Hector,
queen
wait
is
there.
black.
Nair, wait, wasn't she like an Irishman? A woman? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh fuck, that's one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sucks to be you.
But you have an ace. Oh my God, ace of spades. The Buddha.
No, ace of queen. Heart.
All
The
right.
king
Oh
of
wait, you have an
queens.
ace of spades. So
You got
I
Yeah,
have to get
an
the
but
red
I
joker.
used mine, and Nair has an ace of
I have to get the
hearts.
red joker.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah, true.
Buddha.
All right, Nair. Both of
always
those
believed in you.
shots hit. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Yeah? Question mark?
Yeah. Are you gonna
Okay.
roll location?
Damage? Oh, location. Yes. No, it's okay. 2d20s. Sorry.
You forgot to roll. Ooh.
37.
Oh, you are so close. You are almost tasting a headshot. But both of those are uppercuts. Roll 3d6 for both.
Wait, isn't Nair on top of the wagon?
No, she's around the corner. She first gave the signal and then she put it for the corner.
Ah, fuck.
And the combat started.
All right.
12 for the first shot,
Mhm.
and 11 for the second.
I love having chips. Yummy, yummy chips. You shoot twice into Ben's chest, and he doesn't even so much as flinch.
Fuck.
You're kind of interfering here. Don't make me shoot you in the head. And he
Wait,
is-
no! Stop! Eugene holds tight to his guts as Nair shot him. And he's gonna drop his gun on the ground. You won fair and square before Nair interfered.
much obliged, partner.
Get out of our sight.
You betcha, pal.
Wait, before you go, I'd like to offer to heal your wound on your head. I'm a doctor. I have to. You can reject it, but if you want, I can treat it.
You really don't.
I really do.
I really do insist. You really don't.
Okay.
I am quite alright there, pal. And I don't... You fellas, you put up a good fight. Well, I'll put it that way.
I'm gonna go over to
Bless you.
Eugene and bend over him and start trying to heal
Wait,
him.
that's not Eugene.
Wait, oh,
I do insist. But before Ben does get on his horse, not to be a sore winner or anything, but can I at least get one of my guys back?
that wasn't a part of our arrangement.
I know, just one of them.
No.
All right, if you insist.
I stand, and if he wants to shoot me, Lodra does the Gus Fring thing where he just like spreads his arms and is like, "If you're gonna shoot me, then shoot me."
He points his gun at you and cocks it, but
Lodra doesn't flinch for a moment.
he does just kind of giggle. I do like you. You're an interesting one. Well, happy trails, and have fun with that mess. And he's gonna ride off. And you see the people in the back of the wagon are kind of yelling out at him through their gag. And Ben will take his leave.
Wilson breathes in and breathes out, and is gonna bend over and start treating Eugene.
So,
Man,
Eugene
Eugene.
has a serious.
Okay.
You could stop the bleeding. However, healing it is beyond your capability.
Can I lay on hands it though?
You could try.
Oh
Would
no.
it be against the karma to do it again this early? I mean, people are in need here.
People are in need.
I'm gonna.
Yes, come on, lay on hands, me. Lay on hands.
Okay, would it even? Okay, could I? Like, it wouldn't matter if I was in the magic hour, right? So I could just let this sit for a bit and meditate.
Yeah, it does kind of expand, but it's also, yeah. It should be alright if you let it sit if you want.
Oh fuck. Okay, what is the target number on land hands?
For a serious wound?
9.
Where's my fucking...
Wait, I
yeah,
already
9.
did a critical wound. What do you mean? Is he maimed?
Huh? What do you
No,
mean?
I'm serious wounded.
Oh, the highest I can treat with my medicine is a heavy?
For
No, it
your
says that I can
medicine.
treat as serious with my
No,
medicine.
it says serious if it's suffered from a kung fu injury.
Oh fuck! I
Actually,
fucking
the
punch
gun did a
Eugene
counter
with his
force
move.
kick on me.
Well,
You know?
you
Wait,
didn't
so he
read
actually
what
got knocked out in
Chinese
boxing match.
medicine as a stat did.
Damn it, we should have done a kung fu duel instead of the gunfight.
I only know how to trade punches and kicks. It's
Oh my
much
god, he pulled out
easier.
a judo move. Shit out of luck.
What are these bullets? Okay, shit. Okay. All right, Wilson brings out his his mandala again. Lays it under Eugene. All right, Eugene, I want you to focus on this image. Imagine yourself as this figure here and envision joy and compassion to all the creatures on the earth.
You can
I'm
see
done.
Eugene is not listening. He's just looking down on the ground into the void. 1,000-yard stare if you want.
Eugene, I'd listen.
Eugene, look at me.
His eyes turn to Wilson's.
You put up a good fight. I want to help you. Please look at this image. It's necessary to put you in the right headspace. You tried your best, and that's all anybody could ever ask.
Right, we'll deal with the debates later. Just heal me for now.
Okay.
He does look in the image.
Okay. I'm gonna lay on hands. I'm
You can roll.
gonna do a bit of a advanced tantric mantra. Okay. I crit.
You do crit.
Oh,
Oh joy.
my chakras are blitzing.
Please not another 12.
Oh god. Okay.
34.
34.
Well, you place your hands on his injury. You feel the warm blood through your fingers, and you speak your mantra. And with dear old what's his face?
We didn't get a name
Edward.
from him.
You did get a name from Edward.
Sorry, I was thinking of the other dude.
You definitely felt some connection, some, spiritual threads that you mend. But when you place your hands on Eugene, you just feel nothing, like spiritually, like it's empty.
Weird.
Like by all means of, whatever, good and powerful that you believe in, Eugene just feels disconnected. Lay on hands does not work on Eugene.
Oh,
As you just stand there,
what?
speaking your mantra. By all accounts to you, it's like his very spirit is damned.
Wilson is going to stand up for a moment. He's going to search internally to see if his connection to his faith is still there. Just check if he can connect to that core part of him that believes, like his karmic thread isn't damaged. Because I'm thinking like Wilson would immediately suspect his own faith first before he suspects Eugene's soul.
Mm-hmm. You don't feel, within a short amount of time, sure you provided, asked a lot from this cosmic scales that be, but you personally don't think you're trying to help someone in need. You wouldn't think that something like that would be completely denied, completely and utterly denied.
Oh shit.
What? Can't you do that thing
Sorry,
you did with
he
Edward's
didn't say
feet?
that out loud. He didn't say shit out loud.
How do you say it? How did you say it last session? Cabron.
Wilson kneels in front of Eugene, looks him in the eye, and I'm going to look for the spark, the soul. Eugene, I didn't feel anything when I connected to your spirit. What have you done? I've not seen a karmic balance like this. Have you committed some atrocity?
We are the good guys. I
There are no good guys, Eugene. We do good, and that's its own reward. That's its own label. You can still do good even if you're not a good guy, Eugene. What
Well, I haven't committed genocide, if that's what you're implying. I'm just. I
have
don't.
you? You said that you were spiritually beset before. Do you know why? Do you know what that might be? What source that might be from? Is this and what religion do you follow, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I've been trying to figure that out for all my life. But.
Well, do you know at least what religion this illness is from? Are you?
Well, I was born baptized, Christian.
What denomination? Baptist?
Can you lean closer a bit?
Yes, I can. Wilson leans.
I will whisper it into Wilson's ear.
Okay,
And
you
I
can
trust
DM me, I
that
guess.
What?
You can DM me, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no way. Thanks for
What?
telling me, Oak.
Wow, no way.
Okay, Wilson nods. He's a little bit surprised. His eyes kind of flare out and then nods.
He presses a bloody finger against his lips.
Wilson nods. Can I do religion theology to see what I can recall about that faith?
Sure. It's definitely a tough one.
Yeah.
Like, it is very out of your wheelhouse, but there might be some things you picked up on.
He's Roman Catholic. He's a fucking monster.
14.
14. Well, like many religions, you can only assume that.
14?
Huh?
14 doesn't do it?
No, let me get there. You can only assume that something in his past was just so awful, or maybe not even his own, that affected him and his spiritual well-being. So nothing that you don't know before, but kind of more cemented.
Well, if not yourself, there's possibility that in my discipline it would be thinking about your past lives. Though if you had a karmic thread that committed such atrocity, then you would have been reborn as a hell being or an animal. You wouldn't have been reborn as a hungry ghost, not a human. So that does not really make sense either. But in your tradition, did one of your family line commit a misdeed?
Eugene kind of looks down and thinks. It's not impossible, but nothing I know of directly.
Did your family suffer the same? Your mother suffer the same conundrum?
She was fine, I think. Never
She
said
had
anything about this, whatever this is.
Do you feel as though you have a connection with God? As though when you reach out, there's anything there?
Well, it's been a while since I was in the church, if that's what you're asking. But no, I don't pray regularly.
Could you try it for me? Just see what happens when you try and pray.
Still bleeding out.
Yeah, I'm bleeding out.
As he's doing this, I will use medicine to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, so that is my calling. Is you can still prevent bleeding, but you can't heal. So yes, just roll what you would normally need to get to quote unquote heal it.
Who could heal this?
A doctor,
I am a doctor.
no, like a surgeon, like a physician. But
What would
Also,
I need
don't
to
wounds
perform
heal
surgery?
regularly? Don't
Is it
wounds heal
profession
regularly?
surgery?
so it's at different levels. So you have medicine general, which heals up to a heavy, and then you
Okay.
have medicine surgery, which is
Okay.
a serious and critical.
Could I take medicine surgery? Yeah, I would get
Um,
bonuses because it's just a different focus of the same aptitude, right? It could be easier.
Yeah, but it is like straight up surgery. Like you'd have to like go to like medical school or at least learn the basics from a
Can I get a book?
physician. Can you get a book? I mean, I suppose.
But I can't hit at wanting a book.
As I read how to perform brain surgery for dummies. I got this.
7 for stopping the bleeding. I don't know what that would
I
be.
think that's barely enough. Maybe. Quick, someone check the book.
What
Cool, cool rule book. Hold
I'm in
on.
the blessed book.
Oh shit.
what are we checking for exactly, Dub?
I'll just get it. Let me get it. In a moment. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Boop, 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 boop.
Nope. I almost had it there. Nope. I need to go further. We wait 9. You need to get a 9.
What? What's my a 9 to stop bleeding?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try again?
Who would use a red?
I mean, surely I could just try again.
Oh, you rolled for it. You could use a chip.
But like, what if I just let the roll fail and then try the roll again?
And I bleed out.
No, I mean that's not really how that.
I'm gonna metagame.
No, just use it. If you want to continue it, use a chip, or you could just let him bleed.
Okay, I'll use the chip.
Thank you. Wait, what kind of chip are you using?
A white chip. No, I probably won't roll a red chip. Fine.
Thank you.
Ugh, I would have rolled a 9. Ugh.
So what did you
Okay.
get?
16.
Okay, you definitely get it.
Okay. Well,
You definitely patch him up well enough to at least stop the bleeding, but his wound is too severe for you to properly patch up, traditionally
Okay.
anyway.
So, we need to get you to a surgeon if we want to fix this. I don't know if it is because of you or because of me, but my blessing is not enough to fix this.
Okay. One thing's for certain, you can't can't blame yourself here. It's the law around these parts. You have to just engage in a duel when someone calls you out.
I don't
And-
blame myself. I don't blame you. I don't know. I think that sometimes your desire to duel and to sate your honor may come at the cost of what is really important. Your own safety and, the safety of others. He may go off and hurt another person now that we have let him free.
He may not. But the fact remains here. Just like every person asking for a trial, asked for a trial of his own, but not in front of a jury, rather in front of fate. And Fate watched as we shot each other up, as I was shot in the guts, as he had his face torn off. It watched and it couldn't do anything, because the Fate was the watcher, and we were the actors.
You're right. And his fate will come for him soon. As for
Eugene.
your fate,
Yeah, Dub.
Oh yeah, as for your fate, thank you for that segue. You get 2 blues. You get 1 blue for honorable, and you get a blue for damned.
Oh my god!
he's
thank
dead.
you.
I don't know if you said it in story, so because you get a blue if you risk your life if from one of your hindrances. So
Yeah,
you get
no,
2
that was
blues.
good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Aren't hindrances so cool?
What?
I
Wait,
said, aren't hindrances
damned
so
is
cool?
in this
Wilson
book.
will get a white for his heroic actions.
Man, I need to sacrifice my life.
No, you don't. We
If
need our
Eugene,
healer.
if Eugene's bleeding out, we should pile everyone into the wagon. Get going. There should be a town somewhere close by.
All right.
Eugen picks up his gun. He wipes it off the blood off of it and the snow against his the inside of his shirt, white shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, is Wilson still close to him? Is he helping him up?
Yeah.
I think he's the only one that got to see his gun up close, so he might see what is engraved upon it.
Mhm.
And he sees this phrase, which I will DM you, written in a language foreign to him. There you go.
This weapon. Where did it come from?
It's a custom order.
Do you think that this weapon may be the source of your affliction?
Oh no, I got it long after.
Okay.
Alright. You guys traveling?
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, how
Yeah,
much time do
I
you
get
have
into the
left before
wagon.
you go?
Hmm?
How much time do you have left before you go, Aaron?
It's 40-minute stops.
40 or 14?
40 minutes max.
Okay.
All right.
When your feathers return, then you see that Nara is on top of her horse, kind of wiping away some remnants of tears, avoiding eye contact, and lighting another smoke.
Ah.
While everyone is riding, if possible, I'd like to have Joan bring something up if that's okay, Ben. You can say no if not.
Is it what we DM'd about?
Yeah.
I can totally bring it up.
Okay. While riding along, Joan would eventually at some point kind of signal everyone in to get close while they're traveling just to listen. I would imagine that would mean that is Wilson riding in the wagon then?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I don't know how to bring this up without sounding a little on the skeptical end, but Nair,
Okay.
did you notice anything weird when you shot Ben?
No, weird. Well, not really, I guess. I mean, that blast to the face didn't seem to affect him as much, same as Steven. But to be fair, I also got shot, and I got lucky. So
Right.
Naya looks
But
away, just saying, depends on what you mean.
after you shot him, he was wearing He was wearing because he had on a Union uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing a Union uniform, dark blue. But the thing with the Union uniforms is, you see her kind of look off a little bit. When someone bleeds through navy blue uniforms, you can tell. And
I will say, I checked
Mhm.
that man's heartbeat when I struck him down. I thought that he was dead because he didn't have one. He was not breathing, which leads me to believe that he was never breathing and he never had a heartbeat.
Whoa, you're not saying he's some kind of a ghost or a creature, right?
No.
Yes.
What do you think it's a ghost? This
There
is
are
very
stranger
obvious.
things.
This is very obviously some sort of Scottish magic from the Highlands. I
Scottish?
guarantee you. This is a curse of eternal life.
What leads you to believe that?
Look at it. It shows all the telltale signs. No bleeding when injured. Very obviously resistant to pain because the bullets going into him are an illusion brought on by the Scottish magic. And of course he's going to appear
It's just
dead
a
because
lousy
he's Scottish.
shot.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Maybe you're just a lousy shot.
My
No
God!
person- No person gets shot in the chest, shot in the face, and shot in the side and doesn't bleed at all. It wasn't just my shot. It was every single attack and every single bullet that pierced this man didn't bleed at all.
Well,
What
it's hard to
what
bleed when you
person
don't have a heartbeat.
exactly?
Well, hold on. Wilson, you beat that man up, right? And the
Yes.
other guys you beat up were fine. They are dandy, but this one fell down.
I believe that he was playing dead. He fell because he chose to. And like I said, I don't believe we are dealing with a man here. I think that this is a ghost, a hungry ghost. I think that they take on the guise of a man, but are not a man. They don't bleed.
Bastard! He cheated me out in the duel. Then.
Yes, he did.
Ugh.
The thing is, the reason I don't think it's a ghost is because in the past, Chaser has been at least somewhat in tune with noticing ghosts' presence. When he barks in the middle of the night, it's not at nothing. It's at the ghosts that flitter through the air and watch us while we sleep.
There are many types of ghosts.
Well, what is he? Some sort of a ghoul then?
All dogs are. Human eyes aren't attuned to the spirit realm.
I don't know that dogs are attuned to the spirit realm.
Then you
Mrs. Palmer gets
obviously
a
know
white.
nothing about it. What?
So Mrs. Palmer gets a white. Oh my
I
god.
don't think you're attuned to the physical realm. I'm pretty sure I saw him bleed.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Miss Palmer seems a little recoiled by the insult. I am.
Let's not insult another for their beliefs. It's you are welcome to hold the beliefs that you do and the opinions you
No,
do.
in general, I believe I agree with you, but we should not allow ourselves to be driven mad.
Well, hey, how
So
about
many
this?
things could have happened. He could have been shot anyways. He could have had stroke of luck, just like Eugene had. But no, it has to be ghosts. Be a
Well,
liar.
I'm not saying I agree with them, but how about this? We're not gonna let this criminal just roam free like that. And he doesn't seem like the kind to let leave and leave. So I reckon we'll meet him again. And when that happens, Joan, I will let you study him in whatever ways you need to figure out what he really is.
Just please, the next time we fight him, aim for the heart. That is where the bed of evil lies in every evil creature. Please.
All right.
It is true with the creatures of the night in Europe, and it's true with the ghouls that haunt these lands.
Well,
Oh no,
Nair,
if what you say is true, then I think we should save him for questioning. No? Don't you want
yeah,
to discover the secrets to eternal life?
No.
Wilson was quite smart to ask him to tell us of his secret if we won. But hey, when that happens, you can bet I'll have a rematch. But
No, you're not going to have a rematch.
well, in the state I am, sure not. But Nair, you're a pretty good shot yourself, and you know how to deal with dual guns. Do you reckon maybe you'll be able to teach me a thing or two about that? I need to
What,
be
to
ready
teach
when
you
the time comes.
to put your life on the line again?
Well, even that time won't come soon. And even before that, I think the skill is useful.
Listen, Eugene, apparently I'm already stooped enough to put my life on the line as is. I'm not going to enable your reckless abandon.
I'm not being reckless, I'm being honorable.
Ah,
I do
yeah,
what
and
must
almost
be done, what is ordered by the West.
Listen, pal. I think you should take care of yourself, like I do. Like, just your basic necessities, like food and water and resting when you're sick and
horse beds.
betting on Pharaoh, a little bit of poker games and blackjack and
that's
taking care
not.
of your family, things that
I
that help you.
one of those things is not like the other.
Well,
We need to talk about that.
Listen, I'm done with this life. After those two fellas, they, you know, well, okay, it was less of a business meeting, and they were just vaguely threatening. But I'm starting to see maybe I should get out while I'm still ahead.
Carol scrutinize. I don't trust him.
I'll scrutinize.
After that, sorry.
No, you're
Word
good. I was
cloud.
done with my stuff.
No, I'm letting Aaron do the scrutinize first.
What did you get?
5. Just a 5.
From what you can tell, he is still telling the truth, as is, he still is wincing from the pain of flayed feet. He wouldn't be in any rush to start lying unless he's a really, really dedicated to it.
Sir,
Not say
you're
anything, but give him a light pat on the shoulder.
What did
sir,
you say,
you're
Nair? Aaron, what did you say?
Oh, I was just saying that Nair doesn't say anything, but she does give him a light pat on the shoulder.
Okay.
Like
Sorry.
an attaboy.
Please continue.
my bad.
No, you're good. You're up.
So, mister, you're skilled in business practices, right?
Yes, I suppose that's one way of putting it.
Let's just say you're a venture capitalist, yes?
I suppose I prefer the term small scale salesman. You see, in the
Okay.
past, I had a lucrative business of selling very expensive paintings and stuff of that sort.
How would you feel perhaps about a chance to kind of strike out on your own in a far more legitimate way? Less selling colored water, more selling hmm. Do you have any ideas what you could sell? What do you?
I could sell anything you want me to sell. I can sell rocks. I can sell land. Ah, yes, I could sell estates.
You could sell estates. Would these be legitimately acquired or stolen land?
That would be up to you.
And how long would it take for you to get this in motion enough to warrant, a profit turning from all of this?
I couldn't say. Sometimes business dries up. There's tough crowds, But I do my best, You saw my work. You saw how many people I sold to. Unfortunately, it hurt a lot of people. But you see the extent of my skillsmanship.
I have no doubt in your silver tongue. My concern is your legitimacy in this. Because you see, I've fallen into some economic hardship due to some legal issues throughout my life. And I am in need of a fresh start in my life, especially accounting for the loss of my husband. As such, I'm in the search for an engaged business partner who can fund my adventurous lifestyle as of right now.
Ah. There's actually something for that.
Oh,
You can get a job, but like a traveling job.
Well,
You can
see,
also
here
sell
goes F
stuff.
word.
see,
You
but
see, I
here's the thing.
am also adventurous. I am a free spirit. Um, I love to explore new places, to try new foods, to bet on horses, to experience local color.
How skilled of a bettor are you?
Oh, I'm incredibly good at betting. I had enough to invest in what those people were selling me and or threatening me to. They
How
said
about
$10
this?
for the whole crate, and I sold it at a premium. It was wonderful. Even
How
though
about
they
this?
said that if I didn't, they would, make sure that I was deader than a doornail.
Hey, Miss Palmer, you say you need sponsorship, right? What exactly
Look,
would you buy if you had money?
well, right now as it stands, I have no intention of leaving this mystery in my life unsolved. And so my goal is to find some way to fund that life. Because as it stands right now, I have $500 sitting in a savings account in Dodge, and I have no reason to spend it on anything else, seeing as I have all I can carry with me. But let's say perhaps I wanted to hire someone to maintain my weaponry for me. I'm not going to have the time at some point in my life to continue to do that.
Right, so you want to basically have enough money for hirelings.
Not just that, investments.
Oh,
Oh, so you
I
mean
love
more of a
investments.
backup plan if this life doesn't go well?
Well, this life won't end well for me. But at the very least, I want to end it with enough money that my children will be able to at least feel like I did something with the remaining years of my life. Or my
Oh, you have
child.
children?
Singular child, I misspoke.
Oh,
Where's this child?
As far as I understand, he's sitting in a military base somewhere along the Mason-Dixon line.
Union or Confederate?
But
Wait.
anyways, Mr. M.
What?
What?
Wait, so he's in a prison in a Union military base.
What?
Where did you get that from? That's crazy.
Well, maybe I
Ugh.
misheard prison, but in the Union.
Mason-Dixon line.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't get it.
I'll type it
But-
out. It's what separates the North from the South.
Oh, he's at the front lines.
He's more
There
like a
aren't really
soldier who-
front lines right now.
He's
Yeah.
from what the last letter he sent me said, he he sits in a base all day and sweeps the same floors and talks to the same officers and overall is just a bean counter for the Union.
Oh, I love beans. I once sold a man a pack of beans for $5. Yes, $5, and he like extends his hand. Quite a ingenious. Yes.
Mr. Edward, how would you feel about opening perhaps your own betting suite?
Like I become a bookie.
Yes.
Oh, it's like a whole new lease on life. Oh, oh my god, you guys are. Oh,
Let's say I fund you to become a bookie, and you pay me for the next 4 years 10% of your profits.
that's quite a good deal. And you're not gonna threaten to kill me if I don't.
Oh no, no,
Sorry.
no. This would be a legal contract. So if you cross me or anything of the sort, I'd just take you to court.
Uh, yes. Well, that
And I'll
beats
break your
getting
kneecaps.
threatened to killed. Um. Yes. Sorry. Those fellas were awful dreadful. And well, I suppose you guys aren't um lawmen, but I can definitely speak. You know what else I have to say on the matter then. But yes, in terms of business, that sounds wonderful.
And how would $75 sound as an initial investment?
Ooh, that that's wonderful. Oh, $75.
And,
Um,
and of course, as a signing bonus, I'll add an extra $10 on for your personal spendings.
he start
Going
he
on
starts
here?
kind of drool a little. He's like, cause he's so like mouth open, slack John. He is like shocked. Like this is the most amount of money. Uh, that that sounds wonderful.
Perfect. We'll get the contract underwritten when we get into town and we get directions towards a proper lawyer. In the meantime, are you okay with traveling with us? We'll ensure your safety, or at the very least, I will.
Yes. I would like safety. Those. Yes. I don't mean to, you know, tire your ears and sound like a broken phonograph, but those fellas, I had a feeling that it wasn't a proper business deal of two equal sides.
And do you still intend to be a business practitioner, a salesman?
Well, it sounds like that's what I'm doing for you, but all legal and good like.
I must say, you don't seem to have any wares to sell at the moment.
Oh yes, but we'll figure that out. I can sell snow to an Eskimo. That's how good of a salesman I am. Yes,
I must
That's
indeed.
say,
my investment.
as far as communal property, you're welcome to take anything from my personal belongings. It does not belong to me.
How much money do you have?
I don't have any money.
Okay.
I have
Oh,
my
good
medical
talking to you.
supplies. I have my religious scriptures. I have my medicine bowl. And I have some other. Um, I have a razor. I have an extra robe. I have some boots. I have.
Well,
Well, I don't have these things. They're simply on my body. I have this, and Lodra pulls out his chained gun to his wrist.
I wouldn't wish to interfere on that. But I'm not keen on selling any religious wares. I'm not a pastor. That seems
Okay.
more their type. Um,
Well, you're free to take what Wilson's offering, but don't expect to just rummage through our things. I hope that's
um,
okay.
how do you think about sports betting? Yes, betting on sports.
I
At least
am
as a
more
as a
than fine
generally.
with my money situation. And I seek thrills in other ways.
Does
Well,
this satisfy you? Do you
well,
feel content with your life when you go out and spend all your money betting and losing and winning? Does it
Yes,
satisfy?
it is the greatest thrill of them all. You know, there's a simple statistic. Are you well acquainted with mathematics?
Somewhat.
Did you know that 90% of gamblers quit before they win?
Well, they all ran out of money as well.
Yes,
Most of the
yes.
time.
That's why you keep on. You got to bet everything, and then soon you'll have a lot. And the rush. Oh, you need to bet sometime. The rush you get is
Well-
like nothing in before.
Well, you see, Edward, you ain't exactly just betting money. You're paying the house to experience that thrill.
Exactly. But you also can get money. You see, those fellas who, you know, threatened my life with, you know, and gave me those bottles to sell, they clearly know where they was at. They talked about attending sports games. I bet they were gamblers like me.
Could you tell us more about those people? They don't seem like the most upstanding of individuals.
Oh, no, no. They said
what-
that if I didn't sell all these by today, that I would die a horrible, gruesome death. But clearly
what
that's
were
not true.
What were their names? Where were they?
Well, you know, it was a little before I reached that town, Defiance, I think it was called.
Mm.
It was absolutely bustling when I came through. But before I, you know, reached them, I was approached by two men in the night. I didn't catch their faces, but you know, my campfire, I saw their rings. I believe they referred to. I didn't catch both of their names. There's two men. And one was, I think he said Mr. Locke was his name.
Mr. Locke.
And the other?
Did you see their hands if you saw their pinkies?
Yes, I saw their hands, yes.
White, black, native? What shade
it
were
was
they?
night. I think both were white, I think.
Okay.
And then they talked about attending some game. I never heard of it. You know, baseball is a true man's game. You know, I can't wait to, you know, I know all the best players.
I'm very, very glad to hear that, Mr. Edward.
But yes, they talked about attending some game, probably something starting up, something ridiculous, you know.
You know, I quite like games.
Well, yes, it was it had a silly name. I'm trying to remember the name.
Cricket?
No, it was it sounded rather gruesome.
Oh, I know what this is.
Skull catcher, I believe. I've never heard of such a sport. I assumed it was like rugby. I, you know, asked them where it was, you know, played, and because I haven't heard of it, and I've been all over. I've been to New York and
New York?
Maryland, and other places. You see, we're out here, but they said they called the place they went the Boom. No, the city of Doom, was it? No.
Boom.
So I opened it.
That's interesting.
Maybe it was Gloom. It was something that ended with Maybe Thoom.
The moon. The city of the
No,
moon.
no, he speaks of the Gloom City. I've heard of it.
It does
Not
sound
a good
familiar.
place.
Well,
You
are
might have
planning to
heard
go
of
that
it.
way?
You might have heard of it as the Salt Lake City.
Oh yes,
yes.
Utah, where all those kooky Mormons live.
That's where these people are from, Mr. Locke?
I don't
see-
know. Oh. There you go.
Jones pale
What
at
was-
this point as you guys are talking about Utah. I don't know if I want to go to Utah.
Why
Yeah,
not?
but what's in there?
She swallows hard and reaches back and pulls something from one of her saddlebags. An old crumpled up piece of paper. And she passes it over. And it's a sketchy a blurry at best headline picture of something called a rattler. and it's probably somewhere in the ballpark of like comparable to 140p picture of some like gray figure coming out of the dirt and like revealing some sort of something. It's all fuzzy and gray, but it's some sort of large figure coming out of the dirt.
Can't see anything here.
It's a rat. It's a rattler. We can't.
A rattlesnake?
No. No. They get as big as the whole of North America. They're gigantic, and when they come for you, there's nothing you can do but just pray to God that they're targeting someone other than you.
Joan, please breathe with me. Can I lead you through a breathing exercise?
No, I don't need a breathing.
It's very simple. It's just in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold out for 4. It's called
Not the
square breathing.
Blaskovich exercise.
She's kind of like breathing. She's kind of doing the breathing exercise, kind of not. She's I'm sorry. I'll keep driving the wagon.
Yes, but if this is where you think they went, yes, they are probably watching a sports ball game there. But I do have a question for you, Mr. Healer Man. I don't believe I
Yes.
caught your name.
My name's Wilson. Well, my true name is Lodro Thay.
Yes, Mr. Thay, I have a question about death for you.
Of course.
Am I supposed to be, and he's kind of looking up sort of into the sky a little bit, not at the sun, but just kind of looking up and off to the, left. Yeah. Am I supposed to see a light before I die?
There are different thoughts that people have about your destination after death. What religion do you hold to?
Well, I tend to just pray to anyone that listens before I get a win.
Well, who has given you the most wins?
It's tied between Yahweh and Mormon God.
Mormon God?
Yes, whatever they believe. I forgot his name, but
Well.
one of them, anyways. I don't know. I don't understand those cougars, but yes.
Well, if you're asking me, I think that before death, my religion preaches that you will be transported to a limbo state, sort of in between life and death, shortly after your soul escapes your body. Not that you have a soul as such, but your soul fibers. And you will be tested. You will be prompted to, with visions of gold, of wealth, of things that anger you, of things that disturb you and frighten you. And you must always look ahead. You must always look forward into the light. If you look left, if you look right, you will be born again into this world. Only if you look forward may you truly achieve peace and lasting salvation. There will be phantoms that try to arouse you into sexual indecency. There will be all the images of everyone that has ever wronged you. And
so you see
therein,
so you
there
see a
will
light?
also-
He interrupts you.
Yes, eventually. There's a light that
I see the light. And then you
Yeah,
see
I
his
thought
head just you see a golf ball sized hole just appear through his head, his brain splattering on the snow behind.
What?
And then a few seconds later you hear
Yeah,
a
I
distant
figured.
bang.
I catch his body.
Well, I look at who shot him.
Joan
You
dives.
see up on a ledge further up the mountain something that you've seen from Joanne. The glint of one of these rifle scopes.
Down!
Is there any-
He just screams and, jumps.
Joan's already down on the snow with her rifle in her hand, just rolling underneath the wagon.
Nair's
I'm-
going to bolt for cover.
Yes, you
Ah,
guys take
I'm not
cover.
ducking. I'm
Um,
I'm so serious. I'm administering the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Wilson goes over to his pouch and pulls out a scroll and starts reading to his body.
That's
those who are
energy.
looking see the glint up in the the ledge start to retreat, and eventually whoever was there seemed to have shuffled back out of view.
Well,
You guys don't have to roll quickness. You're not in combat.
All right.
that must have been our man from Utah.
Looks like they held their promise. Damn it.
Joan at this point is like literally she is still hiding underneath the wagon, breathing hard as hell.
Eugene peeks out to see if the glint of the scope is still there.
It is not there.
I think we're safe. They were after Edward.
Joan comes back out from underneath the wagon covered in snow. Or is it snowy or muddy out right now?
It's snowy. You're up on the mountain.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Whoever was employing him obviously isn't fucking around. You see her kind of half smile.
But why would... I don't get it. Why would the Mormons just do something like that?
That's what Your Honor gets you.
Huh?
He made a
What?
deal. He didn't uphold his end of the bargain. He got shot for it.
No,
Before he sorry, you can continue, but I just
No,
want
I was just asking, like, explaining why, because not why would they kill him, but why would they just go to such extent to sell cholera-infested bottles?
maybe
To
they
also hide the conspiracy.
aren't the Mormons a cult that believes in the rapture, or as far as the cleansing of the impure will come in the final days? The
I'm
pastor
not-
did say that maybe there was a clause that it was supposed to be given to the it was given to the brothel house and to the poorer areas of the community. Maybe it's a religious situation.
It could be Confederate spies.
That's a real theory.
All right, so fellas, I gotta go.
All right.
Well, we did have the fun part happen, so...
Yeah, that's. I'm so glad that we got to that point.
That was funny. I will say that Lodro is gonna start reading and say, "O nobly born Edward, the time hath now come for thee to seek the path in reality. Thy breathing has ceased. Thy guru hath sent thee face to face before with the clear light, and now thou art about to experience it in its reality in the Bardo state, wherein all things are like the void and cloudless sky, and the naked, spotless intellect is like unto a transparent vacuum without circumference or center. At this moment, know thou thyself, and abide in that state. I too, at this time, am setting thee face to face."
It just keeps going. Amen. What he said.
I'm reading from the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I actually wanted to.
I am.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Go.
Take care.
Sorry.
Peace.
Bye. Have a
See ya.
wonderful time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I am. You two have read Nevada Smith, right?
What?
The Smith.
Are we keep going?
Nevada Smith? I thought we were.
Oh God, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
never.
Never mind. I guess I was on a different wavelength.
Are we? Are we not?
No, don't
You
let
don't want
me
to hear
forget.
about.
I heard my trigger word. I'm like,
You don't want to hear about Nevada Smith.
Who's
Nevada
Nevada Smith?
Nevada Smith. He's the super spy, author, detective who works for the Union. He He pub-
Oh, I
he
remember.
publishes
now.
them underneath an alias, and he's actually a super secret spy for the Union who operates out of Salt Lake City.
Yeah, really? Why do you figure he's with the Mormons then?
No, he's a Union spy, and he's constantly there fighting the evil Confederate spies who permeate Salt Lake City and are trying to sway it underneath slave owner control.
That actually sounds plausible.
I know it could be Confederate spies. They're all around us already, no doubt, watching our every move with their satellite guns.
Satellite guns?
That's less
What's
plausible.
what's a satellite?
They found it near, I think it was somewhere in New Mexico. They have this secret military base the Confederacy operates. And at this military base, they have these dishes, large metal dishes that can pick up sound and images and everything from miles away. They can see past the curvature of the earth.
Oh, wow, that sounds really otherworldly.
Everything is otherworldly once you peel back the first layer of the onion.
Ooh, there's an onion?
Oh yes. Our reality is made up of layers upon layers upon layers of creatures and spirits that exist just beyond human perception. Because do you know what they found? What they uncovered very recently?
What?
Butterflies see differently than we do.
Well, they don't really have human eyes, do they?
They
Well,
see
they
on a
can
whole
see stuff apparently somehow, right? They're not blind.
they see things in a completely different way than we do. A completely different interpretation of reality based off of how their eyes and their brain is constructed.
Well, there isn't. Well, we don't see reality as it truly is. I'm sure all creatures interpret their own realities. All people do, even. But you are right that reality is not as it seems, and there are all manner of spirits and creatures that abide within it. I do agree.
Yes, there are even lights that are completely imperceptible to us.
Like what?
I think it was this German who uncovered it. The existence of ultraviolet light.
Of what?
Ultraviolet. It's a completely different wavelength of light, and I theorize that that is the wavelength that the ghosts see upon.
It is a possibility.
Well, I won't lie. I wasn't exactly built for discovering such things. Sorry if I don't exactly understand what sort of things you're talking about. All
That's
these
okay.
German and New Mexico discoveries sound really strange.
You'll learn in time out here, Eugene. I promise you. I've seen past the first layer. I've revealed something far different beneath the surface.
So at least we can agree whatever we saw Ben is not exactly normal.
No, it's not.
The light grows dim as you discuss the intricacies of life upon the mountaintop.
Well, maybe we shouldn't go too far without Aaron.
Yeah. I mean, you guys got a bit before stuff. That was the main part that I'm like, okay, I needed everyone for.
Yeah. Wilson starts cussing, starts
No!
killing people.
No! How could he?
I will stop you guys when it is too far. So
I say we find somewhere warm enough along this mountain. I don't think there's any reason to push ourselves at this point. The deathly injured are only you, Eugene, but I think you'll last the night, right?
Oh yeah, I've endured injuries before. I'll be able to handle this one.
I'll we'll stop and I'll go out with Chaser and I'll see if I can't bring some fresh meat to help your healing, Eugene.
Thank you. Oh, and I'll need to work on these armaments I found from these men. I need to clean them up properly, check their functionality, stuff like that.
We still have captives, right?
mm-hmm.
Now only 2 of them.
Okay.
You got number 4 and number 5.
Can I ungag number 4?
Sure.
Hi, are you injured? Is there any way that I can help?
You beat me with a stick. The way you can help me is untying me and letting me go.
I actually plan to. Where do you live?
I don't really live anywhere. I live wherever we settle down, really.
You do realize that that man has no loyalty to you. In fact, he would have killed you.
Well, those other fellas got themselves killed.
Don't you think that there's more potential for you? There's more life out there for you? What is your deepest passion?
I like when we rob banks and I see fellas, get real scared and piss themselves. That really gets my jollies.
And what else? Why does that make you so happy? Do you think that it's sating some need? In your childhood, do you think that you were made afraid, and now you seek to make others feel afraid, to fill the hole within yourself? Well, mister, it won't fill it. And I think that you know that it won't fill it.
Does he talk to all you guys like this?
Wilson, some men are just born as bastards. Can't do much about it.
I don't think that that's true. Is there a trade, do you think, that you could apply?
Yeah, my trade. Putting bullets in skulls and being a lover to women.
Actually, hey, speaking of bullets, have you ever disassembled the gun before?
No, if I need a new gun, we typically just, take care of someone who already has one.
And what about you? He looks at number 4.
No, that's number 4 talking. Number 5's
number
gagged.
5. Well, I'll just look at him and say, well, he's gagged.
Yeah.
Do you know how to work with the gun mechanically?
He does not give you an answer. He just kind of gives you a stare.
I will say, you wish to be free?
Yeah. Free of you guys and back on the trail.
Okay. He doesn't have a weapon, right?
Yeah, you guys Eugene has
Yeah.
all the weapons.
Okay. Wilson bends down to cut his shackles. He
Whoa.
he can't
What
keep
are you
people
doing?
caged. They wish to go free. What does it hurt us?
They are criminals. They ought to undergo trial, in case you forgot.
Oh, we didn't say anything about trial. Ooh, trial. Ooh. Well, if you let us go, we won't bother you. Promise. Honest.
Hold on, let me consult my mind banks.
Ask the little guy on your shoulder.
Yeah.
No, Wilson, you can't execute them.
I will say that it's not moral to punish this man just because. I mean, it is.
We're not hurting them just because. In case you forgot what they did to old Edward over here.
Well, Edward is dead.
Well, yeah, but when he was alive,
These men are
they
living.
thought it was funny to cut off the skin on his feet and make him walk in the snow.
It was pretty funny.
They will reap their own karma. They will.
So you're saying we
Well-
should just kick him out the back and let him stumble around? I'm open to that.
Yes, I think that we should free them. I don't think that there's any sense in trying to control them.
Well, you
Alright.
see, this might be considered an actual criminal act if they commit more crimes.
Well, you guys do know that kidnapping is also illegal.
It's not kidnapping if they attack you, dipshit.
Well, you're not supposed to capture them. You can, shoot them for self-defense, and once they start running away, you're supposed to let them run away.
And what the
That's
hell do you
citizen-
think bounty hunters do then? Do they just...
Well,
Do
do you
you
have a
think-
bounty? Are you formally deputized by a marshal? I don't think you even have a bounty in your pocket. I think you guys like killing people. You guys are awful. You guys are atrocious.
What's your name?
My name's Michael. Michael McDoesn't exist.
Michael Mac doesn't exist?
Mr. McDoesn't exist.
Oh God.
What faith do you believe in?
I believe in God. I can trust you. By the stuff we done to people, they aren't any gods in the sky.
I hope you don't think that I have faith in you, because I do not have faith in you. But I feel pain for the soul, the awful, tortured, hungry ghost that you will turn into. You will experience such unimaginable hunger. Hungry ghosts, they have this ravenous thirst, but they have no esophagus to eat. They can stuff their mouths all they want, but it's just shoving food into this raw, gaping hole with no means to digest. It is endless hunger for aeons and aeons and aeons. That is what you risk for a brief human moment of bliss with the pain that you cause others. I just want you to know that.
This is a weird preacher.
Fella,
He's a
how would I
Buddhist.
put it to you this way? Frankly, you can't just expect to just walk away from here and make it in any capacity. We're not going to give you your gun back. You don't have anything else to your name. You know this fella out here, and that's about it. You two can cuddle for warmth for 3 nights, but you'll still die of hypothermia and not find anyone.
Wilson strips off his blanket.
Wilson
you
don't
can
do
take
that.
this. What do you mean?
They don't deserve that.
Yes, they do. They're human. They could still recover. They could still.
Well, then let them sit in this
Prioritize-
wagon and rest with us. But
Do they
letting
want
them
to?
go, that's wrong.
Eugene, do they want to?
That's why I'm offering them the choice. Do you guys want to... We'll unshackle you right now and let you wander off into the wilderness. Or do you want to travel with us, stay in the manacles, and whenever we get to town, we let you out and you can go on your mosey way.
And as much as it hates for me to say, we will feed you and give you water. You won't
I
have to
think
hunt
Ben
with your
isn't
bare
that
feet.
far away. We could catch up to Ben, right? And he turns over to number 5.
I
You two
ungag
don't have
number
a
5.
horse.
You don't gag number 5.
Yeah.
I saw a man. I think he was also from Arkansas. He was just eating berries and rocks and stuff, and he was really some other creature.
What?
I'm saying that there's people who are really good at surviving, and I think I learned a few things from that guy.
Are you one of those people?
No, I mean I saw those guys. I think those were cavalrymen. I was infantry, but
All right. Here's what you need to look out for, and I'm gonna try and roll survival mountains if that's okay to try and pass them along some wisdom.
you know what? Sure.
Because I actually have survival mountains.
Yippee!
And I will say,
Oh my fucking god.
So you
Jeez.
relay some information to them best you can. It's about all the various kinds of mushrooms you can find.
Yeah, so I haven't found a poisonous mushroom yet. So I've assumed at this point that every mushroom I stumble across has been okay to eat, and so far I've been pretty successful with that. My own suggestion is cook them first. Some of them are a little squishy and make you feel very, very queasy if you don't cook them.
I'm gonna roll sprint for them.
I'll just also add to them. Watch out for coyotes. Plenty of them around here. Would be a shame if you two were caught unguarded by a group of them.
Wow, they're just oversized dogs.
Yeah.
Well, just know that you didn't help us. Yeah, it's number 4 speaking. Because if you guys helped us, then Steven might get a little upset at us, and
Oh,
But,
Do the
we,
two
we
of you
helped
want to
you.
stay? Do the
We
two of
helped
you
you,
want to
and we
stay
will
till
tell
after dinner?
Steven.
sorry, one at a
No.
time, please.
Oak.
Go ahead.
No, Oak, go for it. Yours are more important.
I was saying we will tell Steven that we helped you. Because we did.
Please don't. That's a death sentence.
And this job that you are in is a death sentence. I hope you realize that.
Well,
you will
at
die
least
sooner or later. I do
Go
think that you
back
should
and
find.
saying that we got helped by you guys. Our reward is a bullet in the skull. Well, yeah, you know what? That's actually a lie. He's probably gonna play with us first.
Yes, and I must tell the truth. So, but it is your decision if you would like to go back to Mr. Stephen, or if you would like to go back to, a town. There are bad people with a lot of money. I'm not condoning stealing, but
A
some
lot of
people,
money.
some wealth does need to be redistributed.
Wilson, you're a genius.
Am I?
Jones stands up. The two of you. What compels you to work for Steven Satan?
Well, we like drinking, we like women, even though they don't really like us sometimes.
Right, but why him compared to anyone else?
Well, they're at a loss for words. Well,
Exactly. You have
yeah, no, you go. You're good.
you have no connection to this man. The reason you do these things under him is for what reason? What do you gain from working under Steven Satan?
Money and women, and if we
Right.
try to leave, we might, get hurt real bad.
Right. How much does he pay you?
Well, it's not really a wage. It's per score.
Right.
Like,
And how do you
how many
feel?
guys are you? We can do the math.
No. How much do you make per score, would you say?
Like, I don't know. One time I got 40. That was pretty impressive.
And how often do you make a score?
A couple times a month, sometimes a couple times a week. So it dries up.
How about you and your associate strike a deal with me? I'll offer you constant employment for the time being until you feel content with your contract and you decide to go break off and do whatever else.
They
Not
look
based
at
on
each other. Would you like to roll? Do you have persuasion?
Nope.
Would
I
you
do
like to roll-
actually.
Oh, roll persuasion.
I didn't know that. That's a.
Jericho moment.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. 11?
Yes.
They both answer at the same time. Yes, no. Like both of them. One said yes and one said no, and they just kind of look at each other. Number 4 said yes. Number 5 said no.
Number 5, I expect nothing less from you. You're welcome to leave.
Can
I
you
don't.
get these off me first, ma'am?
I don't have
Sir.
the key to it.
Where's the key?
Fine, damn it. Eugene hops off his horse and into the wagon. Or actually, you know what? He'd rather just toss the key to Mrs. Palmer.
Oh, Mrs. Palmer is doing something right now. Out
I'd
of
like
character.
to go over to number 5 personally. If you're going off on your own, I'd like to give you some things. Wilson takes off his personal heavy weather cloak and folds it up and gives it to him. This is going to come in handy for you. I don't want you to freeze to death out there. And if there's anything else from my personal belongings that you would like, you're welcome to it.
Well, I heard your conversation with the last guy. You don't got any money.
No.
Do you have a gun? I'd like a
Yes.
gun.
Wilson shows him the gun that is chained to his wrist.
Do you have anything for it?
No.
No? Empty
No.
gun?
Well, sorry. No, I do have... There are bullets in this gun. Yes.
Wait a second. And he kind of looks at you again, kind of realizing who he's talking to. You know, you can keep your filthy stuff.
What? What? Oh, I see. You don't want this blanket?
No. I
That's
reckon
fine.
I can make one out of bark.
Okay. Wilson stands up, nods, and yeah. I think I'm gonna wait on Miss Palmer to unlock him.
Yeah.
He's
Joan
not
turns.
stupid, so Wilson's gonna ready his staff in case this guy hops at him and tries to hurt him.
Joan's just standing there with her arms crossed. Her rifle isn't even on her. Get this Confederate shithead out of here. He can freeze to death.
You bitch. I swear, I'll rejoin the army and I'll find you.
All right. Good
Would you
luck.
like me to do the honors, Miss Joan?
Go for it.
Wilson,
Mrs.
Mrs. I'm very sorry. Wilson unshackles him.
He rubs his wrists. Did he was it like both the wrists and the legs?
Yes.
Okay. He, rubs it and he hops off and he looks to number 4. I expect nothing less of you, you coward and traitor. And let all of you know that I'll return me and the entire might of the army. You'll remember my name, Private Mulligan.
Oh my god.
And he will walk back down the mountain, shuffling because of his injury.
You did a good thing, Mrs.
Does
Palmer.
he by any chance lack an arm?
No.
I cut off his arm.
Wilson, no.
You fulfill the prophecy.
Actually, Wilson, cutting off people's arms is not very ethical.
No, he'll probably lose his arm to
Hammer,
hypothermia.
No, a coyote tears it off.
Oh.
But Joan's gonna turn to the other one, who I imagine is unshackled at this point.
Yeah.
So what actually is your name?
My first name is true. It is Michael. My parents were Catholic. Why am I telling you this? I'm still, until I see money, I'm not gonna comply.
How much do you
I'll
want to be
comply
paid a
a little.
week?
How much do I need a week?
How much do you want to be paid a week?
$2.
All right.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Huh. All right.
$2 a week, and every time you kill someone for me for an intended purpose that I asked you to, I'll give you $1 bonus.
Oh, for people you said that you want killed.
Yes.
Okay.
And on
And you
top of
won't
that,
cut off my jimmies if I try to leave.
no.
And you
And on
won't
top of
plug
that,
out my eyeballs.
absolutely not.
And you won't crack open my back and then rip out my lungs.
Never in a million years.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
And say, how skilled of a gunslinger would you say you are?
This is a profession where many don't live long, and I am at least 26, if that is anything to go by.
Okay. I, then, will pay for your new revolver when we get into town also.
That sounds like a good deal. And are you an outlaw gang? I haven't heard of you guys.
No. We are a traveling crew, and you are effectively hired muscle.
Ah,
But your
Can't
Alright,
believe
primary
you
goal,
actually want to buy him a gun.
your primary goal is you're going to become very, very, very well acquainted with my dog Chaser here. And you're going to be, to some capacity, his handler, in lieu of me at times.
no. I'm gonna dog sit and kill people?
Chaser here is a purebred German Shorthair who can track someone up several miles away. We tracked Edward, this fellow you ambushed who is selling colored water. We tracked him from Defiance, Ohio, based off the scent of his bottles alone.
Ohio? You mean Colorado?
Colorado, sorry, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good day's time.
He's a trained scent hound, and he will assist you greatly in not just working with us, but also perhaps if we have you pick up a bounty or two and go through the process of getting deputized, we can create an actual career for you. And then my return on investment would probably be somewhere in the ballpark of, let's say, 15% of whatever you make from a bounty. Should I fund it?
And one thing, not to be a turncoat or anything, but when we walk into town, will you kind of keep the low down? We're not particularly well liked by the law.
It's okay. I think I can be rather convincing of our situation, given the fact that I'm a legitimate employer, unlike Mr. Satan.
Mm.
I actually work for my money, and I don't steal it from the less fortunate.
Yeah. He kind of not. He's definitely coming around a little bit. He's not, kicking his heels, but he's, certainly a little bit more pliable. Well, you got a body there. Did you guys round up all the bodies?
Yes, they're all in the
Mhm.
wagon.
Okay. I get. Is it just number 7? I thought you guys had another one.
No, there's some other number, like, I think. No, wait, actually, yeah, the other one was Ben. He ran off.
Yeah. Huh.
No, I thought we had 3. I thought we had 3 dead bodies in there.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me check my notes.
Oh, maybe so there were 7 of them, Number
Okay.
one
Number
was
one was Steven.
Yeah.
Number
2
two
was
was
Ben.
Ben. Yeah.
3,
3.
I think 3 we killed as well. 3 was supposed to be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, someone put 3 in there. He's dead.
Okay. 4 and 5 are the guys. 6 ran off with Steven. And 7 was initially murdered by Steven as well.
8. Oh, sorry, not 8. Don't forget about 8. You guys didn't face 8. 7.
Huh?
Hold on. 7's dead in there.
What
6.
about 9 though?
6 ran off.
6 was the OG. Oh yeah, 6 ran off. Yes, you're correct. 5 was
Is
the Confederate.
Maligan.
He got out. Yeah. 4 is here. So I think you
3,
guys
I
should
think,
have.
died.
3 is dead. Yeah, add 3 in there. Just like I don't know. But
Yeah, it's okay. So we
well,
have
if you
2 dead
do
bodies.
go to a town, you might get something for the bodies. Just say you're bounty
Perfect.
hunters.
We'll give you all the money, and we'll take 15% and split it between us.
Okay, well, not to brag, but we had a pretty high price on our heads.
That's perfectly fine. Take the money for yourself. Think of it as a financial bonus to ensure our continued partnership together.
Well, if you really want the money, we could go after Steven, but I don't want to
Oh,
risk
we
it.
are. We are. And Ben too. My associate here, Eugene, has a score to settle. And I don't think, and frankly, I don't let something like that go unpunished and unrebuked. So we'll be swinging back around eventually to deal with Steven, but as it stands right now, we need to we can't bring 4 people to fight a gang and expect to survive in any capacity.
Yeah. And not to. Well, you didn't face our full force. We thought this was going to be easy score.
Of course, of course.
But,
And that's why we need hired guns, Eugene. Because, frankly, at the end of the day, the more of us there are, the more legitimate we look to people like Steven Satan, instead of just being a ragtag group of solo gunfighters. There are strength in numbers.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah. Well, if you choose not to turn me in, let's see, you got 2 of us, or 300 ahead. So I reckon next time we roll into town, the tidy cash of 600. I'm not that good with math.
Yeah, 600.
She kind of looks up a little bit, doing some mental math. All right, so that'll mean you'll get $90, and we'll split the rest.
You know what? I'm starting to like this business proposal. Well, I've been liking it. It's just, well, okay. Just as long as you don't make me fight Ben, he scares me, and you don't make me fight Steven, he's also pretty scary. I can take other
What's
people.
the deal? What's the deal with the band?
He
Tell
just
me.
kind of goes quiet a little bit. Well, we're all scared of Satan, sure, but there's something off about Ben.
He doesn't bleed, does he?
No, any gunfight we get, no matter how much people die, Ben's still standing.
Hmm.
He fought at Little Bighorn.
That explains the affliction upon his head.
Mm-hmm.
The question is then, how is he still walking around with it?
Well, he said he's not even he doesn't, he says a lot of things, but he says that not even hell wants to claim his body, and that he's serving Satan to maybe get to pass on. But he's in no rush.
Well, it sounds like normal bullets won't do a thing to him then. Mrs. Palmer, you know of any way to deal with such creatures?
Aim for the heart. I told you this earlier.
Well, that's
It's a universal truth. It's the host of everything that goes on in the body.
art. I'll need to take some aiming lessons then, if I want to be that good of a shot.
But final word of warning. I reckon if you ever get captured by Steven, and especially you, ma'am, it's best to just kill yourself.
She clears her throat. And on that note, I'm going to go get dinner.
Of course, ma'am. Lovely doing business. I'll be eagerly awaiting any job.
Just get a fire going, please. I'll be back with your first day's pay.
Yes, of course.
And Joan's gonna go out with Chaser to go try and catch an elk.
All right.
And also, she is then gonna take that time to attach the other scope, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. I know it's
So
in the area.
downtime time?
Kinda. You guys got 2-ish days. Well, you got the night. I'm not gonna skip ahead. That's really hard running night terrors and stuff.
No, it's okay. We don't
Yeah.
have to say every night they happen, you know.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's just per session, and it's like, yeah.
We can say the remnants of the old night, you know. Like
Yeah. That's,
if I fail consecutively rolls, we can say I had a really bad night.
are you hunting specifically for an elk or just any kind of big game?
Anything, but ideally an elk.
Roll me survival, but use your. Actually, just roll me survival.
Not even tracking. No, I'm joking. I know. Do I roll survival for the dog too?
Differently, if you want to. This is going to be a little different because normal survival you just find small game or like roots and berries and stuff.
Mhm.
A hunt is going to be a little different.
That's all good. So that's for Joan.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Chaser, what is his smarts? Oh wow, that's interesting. Oh my god, Chaser.
You okay, Oak? Sorry, you've been.
What's up?
I said, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just criminal negotiating stuff. Wilson is out of his depth.
I'm sorry. Joan is a venture capitalist.
Yeah,
She needs the
adventure
narrow.
capitalist.
Oh, holy shit! Who is that for?
Chaser.
Huh?
Chaser knows what he's doing.
So what exactly is going on?
Joan's out hunting for
yeah.
actual meal, not fucking trail rations.
Okay.
Well,
we still have number 4 here.
yeah, number 4 is on your guys' payroll now.
Getting a campfire going.
Cool.
Yeah, he's getting campfire going. So, ask me anything. I was an outlaw. It's the fucking Reddit posts.
Am I the asshole? I killed
Am I
like
the
10 people.
Well, no, you might be misunderstood.
Oh my god.
Are you sure this is not your childhood trauma rising up?
Pacer does pick up on a scent. It is not exactly as Mrs. Joanne hoped for, but it is still good. It is she's at quite the distance. She's about a good 40 yards away. And she sees a lone Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. A ram, rather. And he's currently resting. Alright.
Joan is going to go completely flat on the ground as silently as possible. Peer into her owl eye scope.
Mm-hmm.
And take 3 seconds to take a few seconds to get settled in I'm gonna draw a bead 3 times if that's okay, Ben.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then I will take the shot. So the scope has a range of 35.
I trust you on the matter. But you know the deal.
Mm-hmm. Getting my. And ideally, she's aiming for the heart.
Okay.
I believe that's where you're supposed to aim when you're hunting game.
Yeah, the gizzards. Yeah.
Yeah, the gizzards. So I got a 9 plus 6. So 15.
15. Oh, did he roll the d20s?
I have not yet. You are so right. This is for the gun.
All right.
This is for the scope.
Okay,
Oh
you're
my
good.
god.
Did it also take a bit for you?
It was just like it's terrifying.
Yeah.
It makes my stomach churn thinking about it.
Yeah.
You guys almost went hungry.
Actually, I want to go hungry.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
fast.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Wait. No, I'm joking.
Oh, well, I'm gonna fast anyway.
Why are you fasting? Are you in a hurry or something?
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's the literal description of like, this isn't a new way to quick draw. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god. Sorry, let me pull up the stats for Bighorn Sheep real quick. It does hit. You can roll damage.
Yippee, and that's the gizzard. So that's what, an extra die of damage?
Yeah, it's 1 extra die.
So that's gonna be 38 damage.
38 damage. To the heart. Yeah. It doesn't even get a chance to like take a few steps as it is dead on arrival.
All right, and then
You now have 1 Bighorn Sheep.
Joan's gonna go claim the sheep and take it back to camp.
What a harvest it is. I'll search up how many days worth of food it is, but you guys are eating good tonight, or those who are eating.
And Joan's got some wine that she is going to liberally use while cooking.
Liberal.
Liberal.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with Wilson right now. I think that I don't know, gonna try and meditate. I think everything is really overwhelming for him right now.
Yeah. But, Man, this is a tough call.
What is?
Pacing.
We could just pick it up tomorrow or next time.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we could. This was a nice kind of settle down. I don't know. Because
Yeah, I'm
we
cool with
usually
that.
stop at like 2:30.
Yeah, I'm rocking with that. It's a nice place to pick up because then you can just like, if you really wanted, you could keep doing more wilderness shit, or you could just pick up in wherever we stop next.
Yeah, next time we will pick up on the trail. You guys will be descended from the mountains. And yeah,
This
that
was
is
an
the
epic session,
session
though.
Nice.
as you guys survived a duel with a mysterious being and, managed to talk to some outlaws. Some successful, some not. So
My
but we will wrap up
first business
Deadlands.
deal fell through, so I started a different one.
You can say you went on over